Hello, welcome to Rambling Bullshit 420.
Remember, the 5th of November.
Except it's July 26th today.
Well, all the more reason to remember
On to the musical intro!
This is the time when you're most likely going to forget it.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. We're going to California and Washington and Michigan.
That is the greatest thing ever created by a human being.
Yeah, that's a website called You're the Man Now, Dog. It used to be really popular. Have you ever seen anything from that?
I have heard of that before.
Yeah.
You're the man now, dog.
One of my favorite things used to be they would like remix Bill Cosby all the time, but now it's kind of awkward and creepy because apparently he molested or raped a lot of people.
He allegedly raped 50 women. But,
Allegedly.
Only 50 women are accusing him, really? I mean, come on.
It's not that many.
I'm sure they're all lying.
Every single one of them. Okay, first subject. I want to talk, we finally made a Facebook page. We haven't actually became a real podcast yet, even though I put the podcast symbol, but we made a Facebook page.
Yeah, we have pretensions to podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. But the first thing I noticed about this, as soon as I got admin access, is there's these little buttons right here that say boost post and promote website, and when you click on them, it starts bringing out credit card information. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
This outrages him. I'm not really for it or against it.
Oh shit! There's a premium
deal.
Estimated reach. Like people who we don't have that many likes.
Yeah.
Somehow we get this much reach.
So tell me, what is your major issue with this?
It just seems immoral. Because if you have great content, people are gonna like it. I think they should. It just implies that instead of showing everyone who likes it or who's in your feed your video, they just don't show it.
Artificially show it. It's not because like many people like you or are talking about you. It's just because you paid money. So a lot of people might be duped into checking out something that's just pure utter shit.
Well,
basically. And
also my other problem with it is that you can't just post normally. It won't show up in everyone's feed unless you pay a premium. Otherwise, it's going to be deprioritized.
Even the people that liked it?
Well, people who like it, and I'll show you this option. There's another option where you can. Well, we can't do it because we're on admin. But if you go on the page, you can select on this little bubble thing here, and view page as visitor. All right, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like to the common folk. You can. Okay, I don't even see it. But basically, you can put a page to priorities. You can do this with people, too, like see first. And that is literally the only way that you will see 100% of content put out by pages like this, which are not individuals. Even individuals, they do the same thing.
Even if, like, this is the only page you like?
Yes. It's absolute bullshit, and it fucking pisses me off.
I don't like a lot of stuff Facebook does. Like, the whole thing where it's so hard to change your name.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I just call myself whatever the fuck I want? If I want to call myself Adolf Hitler, I should be allowed to.
I'm going to call myself Dick Fuck Shitlord, and I'm pretty sure at a certain point I tried. That was denied.
What? How can they tell me what I can and can't call myself? Fuck you, Facebook.
Yeah.
For providing me a service and then regulating it like that.
It's the same type of fucking bureaucracy as killed MySpace. As soon as it's really apparent to everyone, as soon as it causes everyone problems, we're all gonna jump to the next thing, whatever the next thing is. And I can't wait.
They really have to struggle to, or at least they think they don't have to, but they need to, because if they're not careful, some other website that doesn't have these kind of rules and restrictions and better is more user friendly will pop up and take its place on the throne.
Yeah. Yep, indeedly.
I also don't like the thing where, like, you have to know somebody in real life to be their friend on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's plenty of ways to get around that, but just the principle of the thing. Like, I met my girlfriend because I added her randomly because I thought her profile pic was pretty, and we ended up talking and actually hitting it off.
Wow. You're a fucking chauvinist piece of shit male who just objectified that woman before you even met her, even though you developed a real relationship with her.
Well, I mean, that's what got the hook in me. I'm not gonna lie. That was the first thing that drew my attention to her.
I feel like that's how 90% of relationships start, but
just by pure looks.
I mean, pretty much. Like,
yeah, there's got to be that initial spark of attraction.
to deny it, you are an asshole.
If it turns out they have a great personality, that's an added bonus.
Yeah, bonus. Bonus!
Remember, kids, always marry for looks,
See,
never for love.
I need a soundboard because I felt like when I said bonus right there, I needed some air horns just to spam like.
You want to be like one of those lame radio stations that has a soundboard for
I can do whatever I want. All right.
Honk honk.
Yeah. See, except we don't need to add the burp sound effect. We can cue those at will.
This is Bighead and the Badger.
Yeah, I'm Bighead, definitely. I'm not sure if you're Badger.
I don't know what to call myself. That's a generic radio name.
Bighead and the glass dome. I don't know. I wanted to say something about glasses because do your eyebrow thing.
Bighead and 4 eyes. Or Bighead and Twitchy. That's what we'd be.
Hell yeah. Bighead and Twitchy. Maybe we should change the name to that.
If we were cartoon characters, that would be who we were.
Definitely.
Bighead and Twitchy. All right.
The Bighead and Twitchy Show.
It
Copyright 2016 The
has a ring
Simpsons.
to it. All right, let's move on to
Normies.
normal SpongeBob.
Yeah, can you explain this episode? I haven't actually seen this episode.
So, SpongeBob, I think he watches like an instructional video on how to be normal, and that like brainwashes him to be completely bland and normal all the time. So he's like, "Hey, how are you? My name is SpongeBob.
I'm very calm and
I've
collected."
become totally normal. He's so calm and collected. It's creepy and off-putting. Like Squidward is, of course, at first he's pleased by this. He's like, finally, SpongeBob's not going to annoy the hell out of me anymore. But, you know, eventually it ends up driving him crazy and he wants the old SpongeBob back. So Patrick has to, quote, re-weird him. They do all sorts of ridiculous things. And then, yeah, normal Squidward shows up in the end. He's just disturbing as hell. So, yeah, what we're going to talk about is normal people. I just want to like talk about normal people from an outsider's perspective, from people who are probably not very normal.
Well,
like how we see you.
For the most part, we're definitely not normal, but I would say we both have tendencies where we cross over into normal.
Yeah,
with some things at least.
I mean,
I'm
not weird in the sense of like school shooter weird.
See, now that's by the way, this is a sidebar on the original subject. That's something I'm constantly worried about now because it's like it's actually a stereotype and a racist thing that if you're nerdy and white, that you're a school shooter. And every action now that I do, especially on social media, I'm like, well, does it seem school shootery before I post it up? But now, like, I realize, fuck that. I'm trying to break that cycle. I hate that's like I understand racism now when they say, "Oh, the weird white kid's gonna shoot everyone up." Fuck that. That is annoying and bullshit. And like, whoever says that can go fuck themselves.
Really,
I'm just saying.
Really
extremely racist. Yeah.
Bigoted and dismissive, and it's like I don't understand this person. They must be the scary thing. It's kind of like Trump and Muslims. It's the same thing. This
is true. Alright, right now I'm looking around for my hot sauce because I wanted to chug a bottle of hot sauce just to prove to people that white people love spicy things, so I saw this post.
Apparently that's a stereotype I've never heard of. I've never heard that white people don't like spicy things. It's so random and arbitrary. Like
it's complete bull. Okay, I see where it is. Maybe I could do it later in the show just to prove how manly I am.
It's like saying like white people don't like ceiling fans. Like, what?
Okay, back to
hate doorknobs.
Back to the subject on hand is normies. I can't say I know anyone that's aggressively normal.
Well, we have.
Oh, a couple of people, I suppose.
A person who's now no longer in our division was very normal. To the point, like, there was no comprehension between her and us. Like, she's like a different species. Like, we don't live on the same planet. On the same planet. I said in the planet, like inside the planet. Yeah.
But I feel the big thing with normies or supposed normies are people who really value what society sees as normal. If it doesn't fit into what society sees as normal, they can't accept it no matter what, no matter how they like it, no matter what joy it brings to them.
Well, that's because they have like they're part of the hive mind. They're very socially minded people, whereas you and I are more like solitary cavemen, like living in the darkness, and a ray of light shines in, and we're like.
And I also feel this this makes really weird circumstances sometimes because when the norm is actually weird, which happens a lot of times. Like say in the 80s was weird as fuck.
Like, it's normal to be homophobic. You know?
It makes a lot of normal people really fucking weird because instead of questioning stuff, they go, well, that's the norm. I'm just gonna do whatever I'm told or whatever.
Oh yeah, and then
normal.
sometimes if you question the norm, they're like, "You're just trying to be different."
Who says that? I've never
I've
encountered
heard that before. I've been accused of just trying to be different. I was like, "No, I'm just being myself." Like, if someone really is different and they're acting like that effectively makes it so that no one can be different because they're just going to accuse them of doing it on purpose. Therefore, everything they do is delegitimized.
Yeah, if the normies really did rule the world, nothing would change at a certain point. It'd just all stay the same because
we never would have made it out of the Stone
bad.
Age. Literally, we'd still be fucking hunting. Well, I guess not mammoths, but whatever the next biggest thing was fucking atlatls.
Atlatls? What's an atlatl?
It's a spear thrower.
Oh,
It's like something you sling it and it throws a spear. So actually, it's pretty nifty.
neat.
Actually, we wouldn't even have that because that was an innovation. Like someone had to go think outside the box to invent that.
Yeah, and I don't understand what the whole appeal of fitting in is. What is the point? Do you want to blend in? Or maybe it's because you feel so little by yourself that if you belong to a much larger thing, you can feel better, bigger.
Definitely. To me, it's like someone who's standing on a massive pile of dinosaur shit, like, absorb me! I want to become part of you! One with you!
It's the whole reason cults get started, I guess. It's
Yeah.
like when normies get corrupted or something.
Normies get corrupted.
Really,
I mean,
though?
some of them might be weird people, too. Like, if you're the type of person that's going to literally believe that Jim Jones is the prophet of God, there's something a little off with you.
Well, you got me distracted with that. I don't even know what I was gonna say. I had another point, but I don't think there's much else.
Like
to
these
say
people,
about
there's the
this.
kind of people that always have to do something with other people. Like they can never just do something alone and hang out alone. They move in herds. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that people who obsess over things a lot of the times, say homophobic people or normal or how do you say odd phobic? Like people who are afraid of different things, but basically people who obsess about things all the time usually display a lot of those traits. That's why they're so aware of them. Like people who are obsessed with being normal, most likely deep down in their core want to be weird as fuck. And at some point they were weird and it got completely shut down and rejected, so now they overcompensate.
They just don't understand, like, weirdness or uniqueness. If you act a little bit off, they're like, oh, he's fucking weird. I want to be around that guy. Like, what does that even mean?
Well, okay, I'm only, like, I think my personality is only reined in a little bit because I think my natural personality is, like, super fucking crazy weird, like, eccentric weird, and it's only reined in from, like, my parents. For example, like, I was just sitting there chilling watching TV, and I had, like, one of those meshed together blankets where you can kind of, like, see out because there's little holes, and I had that over me, and I was watching TV like that, and for some reason that made my dad really angry. He's like, "Why the fuck are you watching TV like that? Like, what the hell?" Like, yeah, but yeah, that comment made me a little bit more normal on that day.
To me, that's weird. Like, why would you get so angry about something so innocuous? I don't get it.
It's because it's weird.
But that's weird to get angry about it. That's weird itself.
Like that affected me for a long time, but modern me is completely taking the different direction. And if someone like gets mad that I'm doing something weird, it's really fun to be like, so.
I always used to get yelled at for the weird shit I did.
Yeah.
And I just ignored it. I mean, even at a young age, I sort of embraced it. Like, whatever, I'm just gonna do me. Fuck you. I didn't think of those words.
There is nothing else to do.
Okay, well, at one point I really was just trying to be different to a certain extent. Like, I would never curse in middle school because everybody else was starting to curse. It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna not curse.
You sounded like Sonic. Do you want some chili dogs?
I think that's what I was thinking of. That was probably like my mental self-image back then. It was like Sonic. Yeah, I'm so cool.
Chili dogs. So, okay. Let's forget about the song. Let's go on to the next subject.
Oh boy, what is this?
Oh boy. Apparently we talked about this last podcast, but I don't think it was its own whole entire subject. Is movie theaters.
What is the point of movie theaters? What is its place in modern entertainment?
Well, what movie did you see last week?
I saw Finding Dory.
And what did you think of it?
I thought the movie was great, but the experience was horrible.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this, and Dalton had to stand up in the theaters.
Yeah, I had to stand up because even though I bought a ticket the day before,
God bless you.
All the seats were taken. And there was a woman with a crying baby that was just like, well, it wasn't really a baby, it was a toddler. It was like, ah! Like, take that. Can you take that little imp outside, please?
Would you have enjoyed it more if you were, say, in your bed with your iPod watching Finding Dory in like HD, just with headphones?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I kind of like movie theaters when the experience isn't horrible, when everybody's quiet and everything goes according to plan. Like, I just like the giant screen. I like the smell of popcorn. I guess it's nostalgic because I've done it my entire
adults
life.
only too. I think that's a real movie theater thing. I would consider doing that.
You know, I used to, when I was a kid, that would have pissed me off because I thought that kids were discriminated against. Like, you know, all the things that said, oh, adults only, or like the commercials that were like, what's happening to your child? I was like, your child? Like, I'm right here. Why don't you talk to me, bitch? What's all this, like, condescension and talking down to me? Of course, I didn't realize that kids really were retarded at that time.
Let's dive into that subject, though. Let's dive into how kids are treated. I noticed when I was a child, if I was treated like an adult, like a normal human being, it drastically changed my behavior and the way I interacted with people.
That's why I try to talk to kids. I try to talk to them like they're adults. And obviously, the language I use is slightly different. I don't drop F-bombs.
You don't tell them about things they don't need to be hearing. You don't go like, well, hey, Billy, last weekend I was hanging out and my friend Chad hooked up with his chick and then he fucked her and I heard she was screaming and
this bitch was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you don't say shit like that.
I was fucking your mom last week, which I would say.
Dalton technically is a motherfucker. Technically.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He's a hot mom though.
But just a lot of times in our society, we treat kids like they're absolutely retarded by default, and they are not.
Yeah, I even noticed it when I was a kid.
Yes.
Now, maybe I was stupid myself, but I think I had a little bit of a point.
Maybe wisdom-wise, yes, kids are dumb, but intelligence-wise, God no. Intelligence-wise, if anything, they're smarter than us.
I love how they use their imagination and they like actually play games and like they put on their own plays where they play different roles. Like that's really interesting. It's kind of like I guess cosplaying.
Yes, and
action role playing.
They don't have this whole layer to their personalities where they're constantly like thinking about like the multitudes of things before they talk. They're just like pure and natural, just the way they talk. They just are. Like they're closer to Zen Buddhists than 99% of adults, like any average child.
Wouldn't it be cool if we were in a group of people and we're like, okay, I'm gonna be a dragon, okay, and you're like the knight that's gonna fight me. This is the terrified villagers.
Yeah, you're really bored at work. Like fuck it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And kids, they're not afraid to dream. They're not like that's the best part.
Kids rule.
I don't believe in this whole treating kids like shit thing. Like, yeah, you can't hold them liable to make sound, responsible decisions, especially when it comes to financial things.
You just have to
or
treat
sex.
them honestly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I know you need to understand that your brain is not fully developed. You haven't had experience in the world, and you need me to take care of you. And you have to do what I say because most of the time I know what's best. But I mean, beyond that, and I guess you gotta figure out a way to control their behavior when they act crazy. Like you need to find a way to punish them. Right? Not even really punish them. I don't believe in punishment per se. I believe in behavior correction.
Oh, if you'll bear with me, I'm gonna change some microphone noise gates right here because I think you're getting some double feedback from when Dalton talks into my mic, so I want to kind of lower it.
That double vision.
All right, let's see. Lower that.
That
try to make that.
Vision.
Yeah, I think this will be better. We're gonna try that. See how that works. But oh my god, I completely forgot what I was gonna talk about. I need to stop getting distracted. But that's fine. I think we talked enough about children.
Yeah, I mean, I've never raised a kid, so I guess I can't really say anything. But another thing is like this trend on Facebook of like absolutely obsessing over your kids, like this whole cult of parenthood. Like, my kids are the most beautiful, amazing thing in the world. Oh my god, I wouldn't be anything without them.
I think a lot of parents are like that, but also I think an equal degree or an equal amount of parents are pretending they're like that because they feel that's what society expects of them.
Society expects you to worship your kids. Now get down.
Definitely. Society expects you to be a lot of things towards your kids except for real.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, why can't kids curse? Like, what is the difference? Like, why is a word so bad when they say it? It's just a word. It's just syllables. Like
all I know is if I ever have children, this is what I was gonna say before. By the way, everyone, if I ever have children, if they ask me why do I have to do this, I'll give Dalton's response of because your brain is not as developed and you need me to take care of you. I'll give them the honest truth.
Well, and plus they need to learn that you have to work in life. You can't just play all the time. You gotta. I mean, somebody's got to do it. It's got to get done. In order for us to live, like if nobody worked and everyone just played, we would literally go extinct.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just be real with them like that. You know, at least try to.
Definitely.
Harry Potter.
Okay.
He literally.
I keep saying audio listeners. One day we will have audio listeners because I'm going to set up the MP3 download.
One
as soon
day
as
we'll have
possible.
listeners.
Yeah, so right now you're visual listeners, I suppose.
Well, I mean, like any listeners or watchers or anything.
Just in
Someday
case
we'll
you're an
have
audio listener, this is Harry Potter, spelled Harry like the hair on your head, and it's Harry Potter with a full glorious beard.
Isn't he sexy? I mean, just look
Yeah.
at that intense
That's great.
stare.
Yeah, those eyes pierce right through your soul.
God, Daniel Radcliffe. I know you're never gonna hear this, but if by some weird chance of fate you do, please grow out a beard. Please look like this. Come on.
I wonder if he can. Maybe he gets that horrible patchy beard. Ugh.
That's how I grow a beard.
I can imagine him actually, he's getting more and more adult. He's probably going to have a lot of adult roles
He's
with
gotta
the
be like
beard.
25, 26
Yeah, he's around
now.
our age. He's pretty close. But,
So he's not getting more adult. He is adult.
oh, that's crazy.
I guess it's sort of think of him as a perpetual teenager because of the movies, but he's not.
This subject is, why does Harry Potter not act more surprised that there's wizards and crazy shit?
Yeah, as soon
It
as
bugs me.
Hagrid's like, "You're a wizard, Harry." Harry should be like,
It's like, oh, okay.
yeah, it's like, oh, so wizards exist. Like his reaction isn't, "Whoa, wizards exist. What? Tell me more about this." It's more like, "Oh, I can't be a wizard. I'm just Harry. Oh, look how humble I am." Oh.
He just automatically accepts that it's a thing and this is happening.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he has seen plenty of evidence of magic at work with the letters like coming in by the hundreds, trying to reach him no matter what they do. But still, it'd still be like, there's no way this is real. There's some kind of trick to this, you know?
I mean, his whole life, as far as he was concerned, magic was not real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, like, if it's as shocking today as if today someone came and said, "You're a wizard," and I could start shooting lightning bolts and shit and flamethrowers from my hands, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think many people have been so conditioned by movies and books and stuff that they may be more inclined to believe it.
I don't know, but even
100 years ago, I'd be like, "To the madhouse with you!"
even in reality as it is, without crazy shit happening, I still question it. I'm still like, is this really happening?
Yeah, reality itself is amazing enough, but then you add in like a whole magical dimension to it, like so. Not only are there wizards, but there's dragons and elves. Like literally everything that's mythological is literally real, and they're somehow keeping it a secret from.
I mean, at
the
any
Muggle
point,
world.
does he question it?
No, he's got this wide-eyed wonder for everything. Like, wow, whoa, and like no matter how many things in the wizarding world make absolutely no sense at all, he just doesn't, like nobody calls it out like that. Like, why do the stairs change at Hogwarts? It seems really inconvenient.
Yeah.
And the fact that date rape is basically legal
somehow with that
because
fucking
of
love
the
potion.
yeah, because of, yeah, they have love potions literally, and they have polyjuice potions, so you can turn into someone else and pretend to be them.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked
Now,
up.
I think the Ministry of Magic has some kind of regulations on that.
Hey,
I
the
don't think it's clear.
poly whatever fucking potion would be pretty cool if you're trying to role play with your significant other or something. That'd be pretty neat. I'm just saying.
You want Brad Pitt? I'll give you Brad Pitt.
I would do that in 2 seconds. That'd be awesome.
Well, you have to get a clip of his hair first.
Oh, yeah, but if that was a real thing, I'm pretty sure eBay would be just filled
They
with
have a good
DNA
luck
from
charm.
celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this on the internet before. Like, why didn't Harry just brew some of that good luck before he went out hunting Horcruxes?
Yeah, because
He'd have good luck, literally.
it's like he's a blind character just stumbling through life, ignoring Yeah.
Or
Common sense.
like what if someone just like ambushed Voldemort and shot him to death with an AK-47? Would that kill him? I mean, he wouldn't expect
Do
it.
bullets affect wizards?
Yeah, like another thing Harry doesn't do.
Why is there no guns?
That he could do is like utilize Muggle technology that Voldemort. That's an advantage against Voldemort because Voldemort dismisses Muggle technology.
That'd be awesome.
You think Muggles are like insects? So if you were to get him with Muggle technology, that would take him off guard.
Can you imagine he like basically contacts an arms dealer and it's like one of those montages where he takes him to the room like, come on, come through this way. It looks like some abandoned like fucking shitty apartment. Then he pulls a panel and it's like all kinds of guns and shit. He's like,
take your pick, my lord.
time to take out Voldemort with some Muggle action. Like clipping up into shit, like with a fucking full arsenal. Like puts on the fucking little eye shit underneath his eye.
Go into the Death Eater meeting, like the fucking Orlando shooter, and just start. They're gonna die. They're humans.
Yeah, I don't think they could stop fucking bullets. Like what wizard spell is there to stop bullets?
I guess maybe they could put some kind of shield around themselves, but they'd have to think really fucking quick.
Yeah.
I think Voldemort himself might be able to deflect it somehow, but most of his Death Eaters, most of his spells die.
Or like a secret agent.
Well, what if you fucking drop a bomb on him? What is he gonna do?
I don't know.
Does he even know what a bomb is?
I think a secret agent could take out any wizard, any fucking wizard, because stealth
they're
beats
so fucking
all.
dumb. They don't understand Muggle technology, and it seems like they'd be really vulnerable.
Why does nobody poison anyone? Like I'm sure they have some like hexes and stuff, but they never straight up just poison someone where they fucking kill them.
I guess when you can point a stick at somebody, say a word, and that's all it takes to kill someone.
That'd be amazing.
Is the only thing in your mind.
It's Harry Potter meets Game of Thrones. Like they combine the worlds. That'd be fucking
Harry
awesome.
Potter and Westeros.
Yes.
I think Harry would get murdered within 2 seconds in the world of Westeros. He's too.
No, he's so powerful though. They would like people who would use him would protect him.
You think he'd get like a following?
Maybe. I think more like corrupt people would use him as a puppet and make him think he's doing good as he commits mass atrocities.
Him and Tyrion would team up.
Yeah, he'd stick with Tyrion. Tyrion would have his best interest in mind.
Yeah. Harry Potter shall sit upon the Iron Throne. What if J.K. Rowling and the creators of Game of Thrones actually did team up and like
Hedis Explodus. They just fucking
like
pop
it was
his
an interdimensional link up, and then Harry Potter's eventually the one who sits on the Iron Throne. Like,
oh man, he gets in the drinking and whoring though because he's hanging out with Tyrion too long.
Drinking and whoring. That's another thing about the Harry Potter series that I thought was a weak point was Harry's relationship with Ginny. Because it's not even really foreshadowed that much. It just comes the fuck out of nowhere. They don't really have a connection that it ever shows.
I think Jenny, is that how you say it?
Ginny.
It's
got an I. Ginny.
My bad. Ginny likes him a fuck ton, I'm pretty sure, since the beginning.
They barely ever had any conversations.
Yeah, well.
He just sort of started making googly eyes at her, and the next thing you know, he's kissing her. And
well, puberty hit him like a fucking truck, man. Like, what do you expect? He did. Puberty had it.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to take out the time, the point. I'm sorry, this is awkward to the listeners, watchers. Dalton, you're sniffing again. Stop sniffing in the mic.
No.
It's disgusting. Anyway, oh my God, you're an animal. He's an animal. The fuck was this topic?
2 naked Super Saiyans trapped in somebody's hair.
Oh yeah, this was okay, someone's pointing at someone. This is projection. I want to talk about projection and what it is.
Astral projection.
No, not quite that deep. I'm not even sure that's deep. Like what layers are there to astral projection?
I mean, it's a really simple concept. Your essence leaves your body, and then you can go wander and do shit.
Yeah.
You fly in the night.
This is projection on like thoughts and feelings people are experiencing that they place on other people, and how common is it, and do you notice it in your life? Do you ever notice it? Do you ever notice people doing it? Because I realize I'm guilty of this so often.
I was with a guy on Watch the other day, and you know who he is. I'm not going to name him, but he was talking about
Name rhymes with Beaver.
Yeah, he's talking about how he doesn't like gay people. Like when he found out him from the Powerpuff Girls is gay, that disturbed him more than the fact that it's the devil.
Well, when I first met that guy,
Yeah.
I asked him if he was gay because I thought he was.
He is so gay. He's so effeminate.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, you just as soon as you meet him, you just assume he's gay because that's just the way.
He's never had a girlfriend.
But he hates the gays.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the most obvious case of a self-hating closeted homosexual I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yep. And people do this all the time. Is whatever they're feeling, they'll just project it on you. If they, if it looks like you're even doing something, they'll just say it like you actually did it. Like me sitting here in this room alone, and their roommate comes home and like, oh, you were masturbating, huh? Like this isn't a real scenario. It hasn't happened before. But if they were to say that, it's like.
Oh, so that's what you do when I'm
So that's
here.
what, yeah, exactly.
Which is not even a big deal, but
Yeah.
why is it even something that people make jokes about? Like everybody does it, I'm sure.
But
It's like you were using the bathroom, weren't you? Weren't you?
yeah, I'm just more talking about projection though. People who constantly complain about anything are probably either guilty or worrying that they're guilty of that. The more common one is worrying about it. Say someone calling you lazy, that's what they think about all the time, as if they're lazy.
Yeah, they're afraid that they're lazy.
Definitely.
That's like the primary flaw they're struggling to avoid is laziness.
It's extremely frustrating.
I'm just fucking lazy. That's just the way it is, the truth.
Projection is
embrace
so
it.
frustrating, and I think the only thing we can do is try to catch ourselves doing it. Really,
Projecting like flaws that they make onto you, like if they have a cognitive bias towards a certain agenda, and they're absolutely blind to the flaws or the good points of any other argument. They'll say that that's what you're doing. You're
yes.
so blind. If only you knew the truth that I have.
I just wanted to maybe get people watching, listening to this to think about it. Think about what you're projecting and what other people are projecting onto you, because most likely what other people are judging you for doesn't really pertain to you.
I wish we could get a more specific example.
Maybe next time.
What are the most egregious example you can think of?
Off the top of the head, it will take me a while, and I don't want to take the time to think. But next podcast, we can do that, definitely.
Okay.
I'll write one down. Oh, you had a good example with the clearly gay.
Yeah, but that happens all the time. Like, as soon as I see, like, a fiery anti-gay preacher or something, I'm like, yep, that guy's sucked a lot of dicks in his lifetime. Or taken them.
Feels really guilty about it. That's why he's so,
Yeah, because normal
passionate
people
about
don't
it.
care. Like, I found out
Yeah.
someone's gay, I was like, okay, cool, that's the way you are. If I was like, what? You're gay? You can't be gay, man? You can't be gay? Ugh! That's a little suspicious.
Oh, this has nothing to do with anything.
Stand in the place where you whore. Oh, this is a fun topic.
Yeah. I've noticed this trend on social media lately about people bragging that they read.
Yes. Oh, I am one of the readers, one of the, elites of society. Oh, you don't read? Are you a Philistine?
To condense my entire opinion on this subject is that it's not abnormal to read, and everyone should be fucking reading, so there's no reason to brag about it.
Why do you think, like, books like the Harry Potter series sell millions and millions and millions of copies? Like, how many people have read the Song of Ice and Fire or Game of Thrones series? Millions. They're popular. It's just one form of media. It's like bragging that you watch TV or that you go to the movies or something like that.
Anything, yeah.
It's just a format of entertainment. Now, I don't know. I guess some people don't have the attention span to read.
I suppose, but normal there's different types of readings. If you're reading to actually study on a subject, okay, fucking brag about that. You're like, yeah, I read 10 books on psychology, so I know a little bit about it. Like, okay, that's great. I'm actually kind of proud of
But
someone
you can
who brags
also
about
watch videos that provide the same information.
Exactly. It's as if the same person said, I watched multiple series on psychology, so I know a little bit about it. It's
an
like,
in-depth
cool.
series
teaches
you everything. Or like I went to classes where a person taught me. That's another format.
See, we should value learning, not the actual act of reading. Reading is enjoyment most of the time.
I guess it's like there's a subculture of bookworms. And they value themselves highly, like every subculture.
Yeah, at least I'm not like those
Yeah.
Philistines.
I wouldn't
video
consider
games.
myself like. It's kind of like gamers. Like, it's not just a thing you do. It's like your identity. I am a gamer. Like, when I die, I put on my tombstone. He was a gamer. I don't understand that. Video games is just it's something I do. It's not the sum total of my identity. Now, maybe if I was like a game developer, maybe that'd be different.
I used to identify with the whole gamer thing, but then I realized it's really popular or normal now, so...
So you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just a person.
Oh my god, you're such a hipster.
I'm just a man! I'm not a hero!
Hipster is a word that I've seen abused so much to the point where it's almost meaningless.
Yeah, but I was a hipster before it was hip.
Okay, you are probably a legitimate hipster. Like, there's no other word for what you are.
Oh my god. I literally was, though. I liked all the fucking shit, and then it became like a brand. I'm like, no!
I've never liked what was hip. Ever.
I like stuff if it's good, but I do have this natural aversion. If something's popular, just because I've noticed this trend, if something's popular, it's probably shit.
Honestly, no. Yeah, I do have the same gut reaction. Like, that's why that might even be why I dismiss the Game of Thrones show so much, because I'm a fan of the books, and I see all these people that are fans of the show that have never read the books,
show's
like
pretty cool,
posting
though.
memes and stuff. It's well acted and well scripted, but it's departed from the book so much, and these people are like, oh, we're Game of Thrones fans. You've read the books? No. Okay, then you're not fans. Fuck you.
Speaking of popular stuff, let's go on to modern popular music.
Yeah.
I've never heard this song, even though I bet you a lot of people who made it this far have fucking heard it.
I just want to talk about, to go back to that subject and talk about a contradiction in myself. Like, when people don't like something just because it's popular, that pisses me off. But then I also judge something that's possible. Like,
so you hate yourself?
Breath. Yeah, I don't know. I end up arguing with everybody. I'm just an argumentative fuck.
Yeah, me
Fuck
too.
Me.
Only when I'm in the mood, though. It's when I'm in a catty mood. I have moods.
I love that word.
Okay, I already feel like I'm gonna hate this, seeing this intro.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, look, it's the desert. There's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Oh, no, we're setting up.
It's gonna be,
Oh, it's a forest. Okay.
Baby, this is what you came for.
This sounds like every other song.
You use the word baby.
I know. It's so atypical. It's
To use the word baby in a song that never happened.
and it follows all the choruses.
It's funny they've been using the word baby in songs since the 50s, and it just hasn't gone away. It's interesting because that's like the one constant in popular music is the word baby. From like Elvis all the way to Rihanna.
All the way to Bieber. Baby, baby. Hold on, it's gonna pick up. Because it's the average song. Here it goes.
If it's got a good chorus,
See?
If it's got a good chorus, then I'll say.
See, it follows the same pattern though. It's like intro, 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 intro. Pick it up, ba-da-da.
Like, it's like the popular music format though.
Yeah, and it's so predictable and gross. I don't understand how you can listen to this and enjoy it.
Like, I don't blame a song for being catchy. I like catchy songs, but when you can clearly tell that they're just like checking off the points and like creating a product.
Yeah.
Some of the post-grunge bands do this, like 3 Doors Down. Like, every single song they put out sounds so fucking artificial, and just like, this was tailor-made to be a radio hit single. That's the only reason it exists.
This has the same effect on me as elevator music does. That like smooth jazz, like bullshit.
This is like the stuff that like other people listen to when you don't have a choice.
I'll tune it out.
Them, and I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand why this is popular. It has no effect on me whatsoever.
Oh, she's a robot again.
I will say that I like her in Love the Way You Lie. She's really good in that song.
Rihanna? That's Rihanna?
Yeah, it is Rihanna.
Are you sure?
Just gonna stay. I'm not gonna sing like Rihanna.
See, that was actually unique though. It didn't follow the formula, which is why I actually like it. Because I don't hate
song.
Yeah, I don't hate all popular music. I hate the one that follows the formula.
Because it was intense and passionate. passionate and like you could tell like it was real. It had
Yeah.
emotions put into it.
And it's got Eminem or Marshall Mathers, whatever the fuck. It's got him, and he's an actual artist. Even if you despise him, which I do, I fucking hate him.
Really? What do you hate?
Yes, I just don't like his style. Even if you
I like his-
don't like his style, you can still appreciate him because you can see he's a fucking artist, an actual artist.
I won't say that I have listened to very many of his songs, but the songs I have listened to, I liked a lot. But like, they didn't like prompt me to like dig through his every album ever to find every song he ever sang. Like, it's not like that. It's just like, oh, Eminem's on. Eminem's cool. I don't know, like.
And then it's gonna break down even more.
How many times do you think she can say the word ooh?
See, it just follows the same formula. It's literally like, okay, follow my finger, everyone. It goes to a peak, and then
It's like
kind of
it's like a roller
fades,
coaster.
and then picks up again, and then it fades.
We're going
Like
to the top of the hill. Clank, 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 clank. Ah! Top of the hill again, clank, 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 clank. And how many times can she say the word ooh?
And that's not even her natural singing voice. It's like so computer robotic that it's disgusting.
It doesn't sound good. Why?
Is there any major songs out right now that doesn't have auto-tune up the ass? I don't think so.
But it doesn't improve the music. I mean, the
No.
only time it was used right was in that Cher song. Do you believe in life after love?
Shut up. Let's not talk about this song. I like rough voices though. I like real voices. That's the whole appeal of punk, because this trend started happening where they modified the voices, and then punk came out. It's like, no, we're gonna come with our fucking raw voice, you know? And
For every
that's great.
action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Punk was a reaction.
Yeah, so fuck.
And then, like,
this.
the wave of heavy metal in the 80s was a reaction against punk. And then grunge was a reaction against that metal. So we need a fucking reaction. Where is the reaction? Is there a reaction against
Yeah,
this kind
there
of bullshit
is.
somewhere?
Except you would hate it.
I'd hate it. Why?
Some of the shit I listen to.
Let's go to the reaction. Let's find it.
Okay, we can do that next time. I don't have keyboard access right now. It's just
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Our technology is limited.
I just want to know if I'd
everyone.
actually hate it or not.
You probably would.
What kind of music is it?
It's music.
I know it's musical music. It's a musical.
There's too many to choose from. That's the problem. Anyway,
You're way more into music than I am.
Yeah.
I'm a much more casual music listener.
fucking casual.
Yeah.
But
Fuck casual people.
next subject is those people that you meet in your life who will tell you their whole life story within 5 seconds of meeting
Look how
them.
disinterested this bird looks. It's like, oh boy.
Oh lord!
Yeah, I put
Here
up
we
with
go
it.
again.
Some of the most miserable experiences of my entire life have been spent in the company of people who, like, especially underway when the Marines are on board and we have to stand those long-ass lines to eat, and people are just... There was
Not
this
shut
one
up.
guy, he just had this booming conversation, like, it wasn't even talking about, like, anything in specific. It was almost like stream of consciousness, just constantly, blah, 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 ha, ha.
I'm
And
like
he
that
just-
sometimes.
He
I'm
just
not gonna
wouldn't
lie.
shut the fuck up. And it was so annoying. And this is like before I had an iPod or anything, so I had no recourse. I was trying to read a book, and I couldn't pay attention to it because my conscience was constantly being intruded on by wah, 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 wah.
Now, a horrible combination is when that combines with the person that doesn't understand personal space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is why I don't like the guy that rhymes with flan. I can't stand that guy because he's the epitome of both.
Flan.
Flan. He's
Rhymes with...
he's in the S6.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He knows who I'm talking about. Like, not only will he not talk, like stop talking, like, oh, blah, 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 and he'll be like all up in your personal area, like.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Oh.
He's like the Jar Jar Binks of our ship, I would say, definitely.
I've really tried to mend my ways and be nice to this guy, but a lot of times I just can't.
The weirdest thing he
do
did
it.
was like ambush me as I was walking out of the bathroom stall and just like he like hugged me. He was like in a towel.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, after Smith told me about that story, or Dalton told me about that story, and I was going to confront the guy, but before I did, I talked to Dalton and told him, like, I wanted to confront him, but that's your fucking thing. But, like, shit
I
like
just
that.
don't want to interact with him. Like we don't normally talk that much, so thank God for that. He's not in our division.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that people probably talk about him to be worse than he is.
Me?
No,
Definitely.
well, I'm just talking about people. He has a very bad reputation.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh. I just thought I was the only one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, everybody talks about Swan. Like Ellis One runs.
Oh, you said his name! Why would you say his name?
That's not his name. That just rhymes with his name. His name
Flan?
is something else.
Oh, you said Flan. Okay, I thought you said his real name. But back to the original subject. Like I suppose I'm that person sometimes, but I've literally had experiences with people who, as soon as they start talking to me, talk about how their ex did them completely wrong and how fucked they are and how they have all these horrible emotions and they want to read me their poetry.
I just got out of a really bad relationship. Okay, my husband cheated on me with multiple. I had a substitute teacher that went on a rant
my
to class
God.
about that one.
How old were you at the time?
16.
Well, at least you're high school. At least you can kind of comprehend what he was saying.
Elementary schoolers. Yeah, I hated the teachers that were obviously taking out their personal baggage on the class.
You know what's awesome? There's probably subs that we would have realized it nowadays, but back in the day we didn't realize who would come in like that, like completely not giving a fuck and had an anonymous flask and would just drink from it from time to time and are probably just getting trashed. Probably getting trashed, making sure we didn't hurt ourselves.
Being trashed in school.
Yeah, they just
sounds
fucking,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, just pop in a fucking video, you know, get drunk.
I didn't smoke weed when I was in high school, but I kind of wish I did. Because going to school high sounds awesome.
Being a sub, I'm not gonna admit or deny anything, but I knew someone in high school that would get trashed on vodka before class and then put some in a water bottle and just, you know, go through his day.
You knew someone, eh?
Completely trash, yes, knew them.
Kind of piece of shit would do that?
I don't know, but it was awesome.
You're in school to learn. You're not in school to get fucked up.
You know, he'd have his head down on the desk, like, you know, in a semi-state of consciousness, not all the way there, and then the teacher would be talking about, say, The Great Gatsby, and then it would be like, Yisak!
Such an interesting book.
You calling him Yisak!
Yisak.
What do the eyes represent on the billboard in The Great Gatsby? And then Yisak would rise from his slumber and lift his head and say, very drunkenly, the eyes represent the eyes of God, bringing judgment unto the inhabitants of the city.
Like that.
And then put his head down, and then the teacher would leave him alone after that. And yeah, you know.
I hate it when they teach books like that. Oh, what does this represent? What does this represent? That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
how
I
the
used to get in
story is
arguments.
Supposed to be read. It's supposed to be read as a story.
I used to get in arguments all the time about how do you know this is the actual metaphor, and
But
their
it's supposed
bullshit
to be.
excuse.
I mean,
What?
I guess talking about that stuff is okay, but that shouldn't be the primary focus
Yes.
of the lesson. Like, those are like really subtle hints and cues of what you're supposed to be thinking.
I like when they would debate the metaphors that I came up with, but I would absolutely hate when they straight up deny it. They'd be like, "Nope, that's not the metaphor. This is the metaphor."
How do you
Like,
know
no,
what the fucking
fuck
metaphor
you.
was? But this book that was written 100 years ago.
Because hundreds of years of English study says so. No.
That's not. It's not like a hard science. It's not like biology or chemistry.
Well, what if the author was really bad at
It's all
metaphors?
subjective.
What if they sucked at metaphors? How do you know?
I mean,
No.
I think an author might have a vague idea of a metaphor, but a lot of it just comes organically. Like, a lot of authors talk about how, like, they almost discovered their books. They didn't create them. They just found out it was all there in their brain
I know.
and
It's
just
fucking neat, huh?
showed it to us.
All right, checking on time. We got an hour and 12 minutes left. We're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular show is really janky. It's got a lot of like chat about production quality, but that's fine. We have 3 people who are gonna listen to this, and God bless you if you made it this far.
I love you
and
so much.
donate today. Donate today
You're the
for the
greatest
cheap
thing in
price
the
of
world.
$9.99.
I love our fans. Our fans are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You suck. Are we gonna
fuck
be the
you.
kind of podcast that hates our own audience?
Well, I mean, some of them.
Yeah, some of them probably do suck.
Even if someone supported me 100%, if they had dumb opinions and they're stupid, I would still not like them. Just saying. Oh,
Not
man.
pretty enough. Not good enough. Not smart enough.
I don't even know what the original
not
subject
talented
was
enough.
on this. But-
She has insecurities about how she's not all these things.
Oh yeah. I have a small sidebar on this. Like literally just this picture. If you have insecurities, it is not the world's problem. The world does not have to deal with your insecurities.
Yeah, I mean, I think your friend should probably help you out.
Yeah,
People who with compassion should help you out.
definitely. If you want help, they can help you out, but it's not their responsibility. They do it out of the kindness of their heart, not because you're fucking owed anything. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Do you think someone's owed? Someone's
I think
owed.
we're kind of owed psychological well-being. Like, if there's a medicine you need, I think that society should provide that to you.
Psychological
Maybe,
well-being.
yeah, maybe
sure.
counseling too. I think you're owed counseling. That's just my opinion. Maybe people
Yeah,
disagree,
but the
whatever.
world as a whole.
No, not like every random person you meet. No, they don't know that either. Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like a lot of people, especially online, are verging towards this. That all society is expected to cater to people who have insecurities, and that's just not the case.
Oh, you're talking about like people who are triggered easily, like
Yes.
that kind of crowd.
Yes.
Oh yeah, fuck them. They're stupid.
uh,
Oh my god. Yeah, I tried looking through Tumblr, and I just couldn't do it. It was, yeah, it's full of the kinds of people you're talking about. Melted my brain.
what's really interesting about this picture, though, if you can't see it for audio people, is it has all these words like not talented enough, not smart enough, not good enough, not good enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough. But you look at her face, and it's like there's this smug look of like, yeah, this doesn't apply to me, but I'm just posing.
Yeah, they should show an actual unattractive girl that's a little overweight. I think that would be much more believable. but then the meme wouldn't get spread because it's not a pretty girl advertising it.
We
can't show an actual person that would probably have some actual insecurities. Not that pretty people don't have insecurities, but I'm just saying, like, I think ugly fat people probably have a little bit more.
definitely.
Yeah.
The original subject on this, though, was people's need for acknowledgement and how important that is. I could kind of understand it.
I mean, with this vast population of human beings, and you being like the only one in charge of your consciousness, and like, I can understand needing acknowledgement from your peers.
Yeah,
You're
make sure
something
you
special.
exist.
You're not just like a meaningless blip on the scale of existence. You're not just a fucking fly buzzing around a pile of shit. You're actually a beautiful soul.
I say people that owe you acknowledgement, it goes to your family, your friends that still want to be friends, and
I think you're like your
your
employers.
workplace. Yeah.
Like, they need to, if you're doing a good job, they should acknowledge that you're doing a good
Yeah.
job and that they appreciate you.
Otherwise, you don't need to be acknowledged whatsoever.
Unless you have like a talent that a lot of people like if you're a singer, yeah, you probably deserve acknowledgement for that. Like, hey, let's go listen to this guy sing songs. He's got some pretty goddamn good songs.
Yeah, true.
Or this comedian, he's really funny. I think we should go acknowledge his funniness and laugh.
But who defines what exactly should be acknowledged? I think that's what
It's more like
a lot of people differ.
It's almost like the ebb and flow of the wave. It's just like it's just a pattern in society that's almost like a natural event. Like no one person can possibly control it. I guess you can try to. Like, you can deliberately create celebrities. Like, I think Justin Bieber is pretty artificial.
Okay, what needs to be acknowledged? Not talented enough. Why do people need to tell her she's talented?
How talented is she? Like, there's no context for this whatsoever. Like, what are her talents? Is she not talented enough? I mean, maybe she should try other things.
And what if you acknowledge them, but it's just not a way that they want? If she's not talented enough, why are you not allowed to tell
These
them?
are just so vague. They're almost meaningless. Like, not pretty enough. Pretty enough for who? For what? What is the standard of prettiness? What are you even talking about?
Well, a lot of acknowledgement needs to come from the self. That's the most important thing.
Okay, if she's like in a relationship with a guy who's telling her all these things about herself,
Yeah, that's
she
pretty
probably
fucked up.
Break up with him.
Yeah.
Okay, like, actively going out of your way to make another person feel insecure is probably a sign of some pretty deep insecurities on your own part. Like,
True.
It goes back to
Projection.
the projection thing.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, I think most mean-spirited people have some serious issues they're dealing with.
Oh yeah. Like I think I said it last week. Like that guy who tagged me, just trying to point out that I have a big head. Like, look, it's huge. I know. I've known this.
I'm going to tell you something you probably never heard before, but I think you should. This is important for your continued existence on this earth. You have a big head.
See, and like him, he said it. Dalton even said it differently. This other guy was trying to imply that I should feel negative about it.
What?
For some reason.
For something you can't even help. Like, what? What is that?
Like, what is that guy worrying about?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like, what deep, dark secrets is that guy worrying about that
Let's
he needs to make
psychoanalyze this internet troll.
maybe some other time.
He's
Okay.
just a moron. That's it. He's just stupid.
Yeah, well, we can boil it down to that, but I'm sure the beast is actually more complicated. But
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
not.
I guess that's what the show is about, is like delving into the depths of stupidity, so maybe it is a proper topic.
Speaking of stupidity, someone recommended this video. His name is Kevin the Cunt, aka made by Gary the Goat.
I have no idea what
And I have
this
no idea
is.
what I'm about to watch or witness, so let's go.
Alright, time to give the crew some brekkie. Oh yeah, that's it. Come up here for a feed, guys.
It's a goat.
There you go,
Yeah.
Kevin.
I love goats.
Barbara.
That's a sheep.
Alex. Yes, mate. Fucking Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin, stop being a cunt.
Okay, which one's Kevin? Do you see Kevin yet?
I don't know. I don't know what
Oh,
Kevin
there's a
looks
group
like.
of goats and one sheep trying to eat right now.
Is Kevin supposed to be the star, I guess?
Yeah, I think Kevin's being an asshole.
Barbara, how are you?
I'm guessing it's the one with the horns, because he seems more intimidating.
You're a good looking sheep, mate. Yeah, Alex, you didn't get one the other day, so you can have that one. Fuck, Kevin,
Hey!
stop doing
What
that,
are you
mate.
doing?
Okay, Kevin the goat is just fucking going around butting people, like hitting
What an
them.
asshole.
Fucking no need for him, mate. Guy's just chilling out. He doesn't fucking pick on people for no reason.
Kevin!
Stop
Fuck
being a
you.
cunt, mate. What were you, mate? You fucking run to the litter and then you fucking got on the roids and then you started bunting people around thinking it was tough. There's no need for it, mate.
What?
What? What's the question?
He said he abandoned the litter and got on the roids? What?
Yeah, implying this goat has been lifting or something. Oh man.
Hey, Gary. Fuck off. Fuck off, Kevin. There you go.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this producer, whoever's recording this, is pretty funny.
Is he really a
Kevin,
farmer?
he's fucking polite. Kevin, stop being a cunt, mate.
Is this something he stays, or is this just like him being natural?
I think this goat is just a cunt. Like, what else is there to say about it?
Fuck that goat. Fuck Kevin.
Oh man. Okay. Oh shit! I just realized this is terrible if you're listening on audio. Fuck. We're really bad at describing videos.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of
Self-admittedly.
sheep and like one goat, and he's trying to feed the sheep, but whenever he does so, Kevin the goat comes up and butts them and tries to take the food away.
Yeah.
So Kevin is a cunt.
And he's got this stupid face. It's like, I would dare say punchable, but you probably shouldn't punch a goat.
A goat's face can be punchable?
Why not? If he's a cunt, like, you know?
How many views does this have? 1,907,000.
Yeah. It's got a lot.
It's amazing the stupid little things that can make you famous. On the
I've known
internet.
so many people like this, though, and it happens all the time when there's any, like, line forming or basically anything that has a scarcity or has a wait time. You'll see Kevin the Cunt arrive or come out of the crowd and go to form right in front of the line or the queue. Or, you know, fucking jump in front of everyone like he's the most fucking important.
Or do the stop
female.
the stop and chat from Seinfeld.
What's
Like,
that?
Someone will pretend, like, go up to someone in the line who they vaguely know, or maybe they're friends or whatever, and they'll start a conversation, and they'll keep talking for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then they'll just sort of just insert themselves in the line as
Oh,
if
yeah.
they've been there the whole time.
We are victims of this. Well, Dalton will soon be free of this, but we were victims of this when we were underway on the ship.
Yeah, everybody from deck just goes right to the
Yeah,
front.
waited for Chow.
And
People.
their excuse is, I'm in deck. Okay, I'm in S8. Who gives a fuck?
Sometimes I kind of can
Okay,
sympathize with that, though.
if they have the next watch,
Yeah.
they should be allowed to do that. But just being in deck, I don't think so.
It used to be a major problem until we got this one person running it, and she doesn't take anyone's shit. She's fucking yelling at everyone.
She's the one that
It's
yells
great.
at everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Like, she's a cunt, but she's a cunt who gets shit done.
There's something in the way she yells when she screeches like a heartbeat. Don't you know she pierces me with arrows of love?
That was beautiful. Beautiful, Dalton. Cognitive bias. Okay. We're going to talk about random fucking shit.
Salience. This is where racism comes from. Our tendency to focus on the most easily recognizable features of a person or concept. Like, that's why so many people were turned racist when, like, a black person is a cunt to them.
What is that,
Because, like,
salience?
what is the most obvious feature that you have? Oh, your skin. Yeah, fuck you, you fucking nigger.
Yeah, that's salience, and it happens all the time
sure it
with
goes
an
both
abundance
ways.
of things. It happens with race. It happens with
Gender.
gender, style, fucking you name it. If if someone has an experience with one thing, they'll take that in attribute, not attribute.
Or like, especially if the person they're arguing with is fat, they're like, "Oh yeah, you're a fucking fat ass, you disgusting pig."
Oh, that's a little bit different.
It's like the most easily recognizable feature about them, though, and that's what they go for. It's like the guy who talked about your big head. Oh yeah, well fuck you, big head. Oh yeah, I really got under your skin there, didn't I?
Yeah. Silence is a terrible one, a plague upon humanity, which is... It would be awesome if there was a way to make everyone look the same while still keeping their individuality.
You hear
but
this, people? You hear this? This
that
socialist communist...
That sounds also horrifying at the same time. I don't think there is any right answer except for everyone to stop being a fucking cunt.
Just stop being like Kevin. Don't be like Kevin.
Yeah, don't be a Kevin, and then it'll be fine. Alright, recency. The tendency to weigh the latest information more heavily than older data. Investors often think the market will always look the way it looks today and make unwise decisions.
The tendency to weigh the latest information. So, I guess you're not looking at the larger patterns. You're just like, oh my god, this happened yesterday. It's so scary. We gotta react to this. This has changed everything when it really hasn't.
Yeah.
I think we have reactions to terrorist attacks like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. After 9/11, apparently the whole world was a fucking wasteland plagued by terrorists.
Enemies are everywhere. There's sleeper cells everywhere. Gotta watch your neighbors.
Yeah, people were literally getting reported after that day.
Yeah, we abandoned a lot of our principles we formerly held sacred. Like a lot of the prisoners in Guantanamo were just random people grabbed off the street by the Syrian government, like maybe they're political dissidents, and they don't want them anymore. They think they're troublemakers, so they're just like, oh yeah, this guy, he's a terrorist. Of course, his real crime is he's talking out against the Assad regime, but yeah, he's a terrorist. Take him. We put him in prison. One person was stripped naked and forced onto a cold concrete floor, and they died of exposure.
Damn.
And this is the moment where I realized that Dick Cheney is literally a sociopath. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think he is a sociopath. They were asked if he would do things differently with this new information about all these abuses. He's like, no, I wouldn't do anything differently.
What a piece
So
of
you
shit.
have absolutely no remorse for torturing a person to death. Fuck you, you fucking soulless, heartless, monstrous inversion of everything that is human.
Inversion of everything that's human. I like that. You want to read the next one?
Pro-innovation bias. When a proponent of an innovation tends to overvalue its usefulness and undervalue its limitations. Sound familiar, Silicon Valley?
Okay, the picture that's showed is an N-Gage. I'm pretty sure we actually talked about this on like the first podcast.
Is this
or
one of
something.
those old portable systems?
It's from Nokia. It's like this horrible cell phone that's supposed to play video games, and the only way to put a new game in it is you have to open it up and like unscrew it. Yeah, unscrew the screws, open it up, and put in the new game, and then you could rescrew it back down.
Well, there's probably a reason I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, because it's a complete piece of dog shit. I can't think of any better example.
Well, I think the 3D movies. Because, like, every 10 years, there's, like, a big craze for 3D movies. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the way of the future. And then they end up just being fucking horrible. Like, there's absolutely no point to what 3D movie is. Unless, like I guess, like, Oculus Rift level.
I don't know.
3D.
I saw Coraline in 3D, and that was pretty fucking cool.
Was it?
I like that.
I don't know. I've never seen a movie where it's like, wow, because that movie in 3D, it wasn't
Oh,
3D,
yeah,
it was
true.
so much better than it would have been otherwise.
I can think of at least trends in the pro-innovation bias, like gluten-free, shit like that.
What is up with gluten-free thing?
Non-GMO.
I see it being made fun of. Yeah, people afraid of GMOs is just hippie alarmism. It's pointless. There's no evidence that
Same
GMOs
with gluten.
cause harm.
Gluten sounds bad. I'm a health freak, so fuck that.
Yeah, health freaks. I think the health freaks probably have a strong correlation and overlap with the proud to read crowd. You think?
Smugness.
Yeah.
Smug how great they are.
Oh, I do not use glutens like those peasants in the South or wherever.
Pro-innovation, like people who are thinking segways were the way of the future. Like, no, they
What are
weren't.
segways again?
Segways are those fucking things you stand on and go like,
I mean, you look like a jackass. It's just the truth.
Yeah, a bicycle's so much better than a fucking Segway could ever dream of
Yeah, and a
being.
bicycle actually gives you exercise. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bicycle. Just get on a bike. I guess maybe if you have a disability, it could help.
What other stupid innovations were there? One of them was this gear shifter they put in a bunch of supposed luxury cars that killed this recent actor that was on Star Trek. It's instead of when you switch to drive, it just staying at drive, it would automatically shift back to the middle after you popped it to drive.
What?
Yes, exactly. This sounds horrible, right? But because it's new and innovative, they put it in fucking cars.
But, like, within 2 seconds, that I automatically have a reaction against
Yes.
it. Like, that's... Why?
And that got
No.
implemented because it was new and different.
I mean, I like things that are new and different. I think we should be constantly trying to innovate and, develop new technology, but there has to be a point to it. God.
Alright, placebo effect. Everyone knows about this. When simply believing that something will have a certain effect on you causes it to have that effect.
This is, like, the primary defense for religion that I've heard. If they believe it's true, maybe it'll help them in their own way. Maybe to them, it is true.
But we have to also weigh the harms.
Well, I think it's important to have, for everyone to agree on what reality is. Like, how are we going to solve problems if people have their own fucking realities and live in their own worlds?
Yeah, that whole dying thing, that doesn't matter that much, because there's the eternal afterlife. I don't
Yeah.
agree with that. Well, I'm
It
going to
can
kill
give
you.
It can give you that attitude.
That's horrible. But placebo is definitely real. It's fucking cool. But it just, like, it makes me wonder, why can't I change my mind to just be like that naturally?
Or if you just believe something is true, it works on your body
Yeah.
that way.
It's
Well,
fucking
you have
so
to, like,
ridiculous.
literally, genuinely believe it. You can't just, like, I know this is bullshit, but I'm going to use it anyway.
Maybe if I studied nothing but the placebo effect over and over again, I could start realizing that I could
What's
change.
That medicine where they dilute it of its components to the point where it's just water.
I don't know, man.
It's some kind of, I forget what it's called. God
Sounds
damn.
like some hippie bullshit.
Yeah, mostly. But, like, in some countries like that, the National Health Service actually covers it as an alternative medicine.
Oh, wow.
It only works because of the placebo effect.
Well, placebo effect, my favorite thing was when I was in Las Vegas, I saw oxygen bars everywhere, where you basically pay to have flavored oxygen, and I just laughed every time I saw it.
What?
What do you think it's going to do?
Isn't that just like a different smell? Like, hey, smell these different smells. We call it flavored
Yeah.
oxygen.
$10 an hour.
It's called fucking perfume. God damn it.
What a retarded, dumb, stupid placebo thing, but
I wanna
some
shoot
people will
those
swear
people
by
dead.
it.
Not really.
Well, they basically made themselves high. That's all
You
they
ever
did.
had the placebo effect where you felt high because you were like hotboxing in a car with people who were smoking weed?
I have never touched marijuana, and I will never touch marijuana.
Oh, of course, you hate drugs, but you know.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay,
We're all
but
terrible,
if I were
awful
my
people
friend,
that smoke
if I were my friend Isak, definitely that's happened for sure.
I don't know if that actually works like that. Like, I don't think contact high is an actual fact. I think it's completely placebo effect.
Yeah.
I may be wrong because this is just. What I
Hey,
think.
but what if we like share wavelengths, man?
Oh my god!
I'm just digging your wave, dude.
You would have actually said that once upon a
Yeah,
time.
probably.
Old Casey.
Oh lord.
He was a cool guy, but he was a bit of a retard.
Small town, USA.
Hey guys, did you know that people who live in small towns are better than everyone else? Like, everything in our country should be geared towards these people, their values, their livelihoods.
Duh.
Everything's about them, and you people who live in big cities, you just don't get what America is.
Yeah, them Hollywood liberal types.
Yeah, well, that's the left coast right there.
They don't
New
even
York City.
understand what Hollywood is when someone says Hollywood liberal types. There's people in Hollywood who are super rich, and then everyone else is poor as fuck. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's a really disgusting illustration of inequality in America, really.
Yes.
You got this glittering, like insular society of like the richest people in the country, the most famous people, the most fabulous people,
And surrounded ever by them is poverty.
grinding poverty. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the capital from the Hunger Games.
It's horrible, and the fact that they could call an idea a Hollywood type makes no sense whatsoever because
guess
they don't
people-
care about.
Even so, like, just because you're an actor in Hollywood doesn't mean that all of your opinions are stupid. Like, some actors are smart.
Okay,
Believe it or
people
not.
in Hollywood, they care about the rich people, which means they're probably going to vote conservative.
Well, I think most actors are liberal, but that's because they're like creative people, and most creative people tend to be liberal. I think.
Oh, so actors
Polls.
automatically equal Hollywood. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're talking about like Ben Affleck and like fucking Alec Baldwin and
There's plenty of
Brad Pitt,
celebrities
Angelina
that.
Jolie. They're always talking for some kind of cause. They always have a cause. Who cares about fucking causes, man? Except for my cause. My cause is legitimate. Just
I
shut
like
up and
that.
act.
I like how you can automatically clump a retarded idea into Hollywood. Because I saw this one thing that was like, in the Hollywood area, people were posting red lights to represent that they're gun-free homes to rally against guns, even though it's proven fake almost immediately
Yeah.
after it's
This whole
put
thing
out.
about like signs that say this home is gun free. Like I don't believe that's.
I
real.
saw
think
I
it's
saw it
photoshopped.
debunked within 1 minute, but it's still propagating
Yeah.
2 weeks, even a month after that it was originally posted, like it was true. Because like,
I thought
look how
about-
stupid these Hollywood cops are.
I thought about it for 10 seconds and I realized that no human being is actually.
It's
doing
fucking
this.
cognitive bias. They're like, well, I believe this group of individuals are retarded, so
Yeah.
you know it has to be true. I'm so smart.
There's no level of ridiculousness to which they won't stoop. Now,
Even though it's completely made up and completely stupid and retarded, and I'm a retard
I might-
for believing it,
I might-
because it fits into what I believe. It's right because it makes them look stupid, even though I'm the retard.
I might be guilty of the same thing towards the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that shit actually happens in the Bible Belt. Like the governor of Mississippi that passed legislation that makes it legal to discriminate against gay people. Like that's a real thing.
Wait, gay people? They're not people like you and me.
But I know that not everyone in the Bible Belt agrees with that jackass, but like I feel like that region is stereotyped a lot, but it's also
stereotype?
a lot more justifiable.
Okay, I
'Cause I was
want to...
born there, and I know that's the way they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dalton said the trigger word. I wanted to talk about a stereotype that's going around that white people don't like anything spicy, don't like
yeah.
spice, can't
Is it
handle
going
it
around? I've never heard that in my life before.
whatsoever. It's very popular right now.
Really?
I saw someone making a joke that white people thought avocados are spicy. So, I'm about to prove you all wrong because you're all a bunch of pieces of racist shit. So, hold on, I'll be right back. Molten. Yes, your new name is Molten. Molten, take the mic!
Molten, take the mic. Molten, take the mic. Oh, stop! In the name of love, before you break my heart.
Alright, ladies and germs.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
God bless
That
you.
was rude.
Ladies and germs, this is it's like almost a little over half full thing of
That
Tabasco.
was a Sonic thing to say. Ladies and germs.
A little over half full, and it's only a little over half full because I fucking love Tabasco.
Who doesn't love Tabasco?
I fucking love Tabasco, and I'm gonna drink this right now. And not even wince because this shit is weak. It's not even spicy
But
whatsoever.
if a droplet
And I am white.
spills on your Caucasian pale skin, it'll burn it. Like melting snow. Oh my god. I wouldn't even do that. What the fuck? Is your mouth not on fire right now?
Empty. Nah, not really. I got a little bit of tears, but that's it.
I would be crying if I were you.
Ah.
Looks like you've been pepper sprayed.
That is fucking tasty. I wish I could talk better right now. But, there you go. See, I'm not going like...
You know what I thought of like the worst way to execute someone would be? Or one of the worst ways? Imagine if you got an entire pool full of the stuff that they put in OC spray or pepper spray and you just dip somebody in there. And like drown them in it.
Well, especially if you got... Now I'm hiccuping. Especially you paper cutted their skin, like, everywhere. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody hasn't done something like that once upon a time, because human beings are terrible.
Okay, I got the hiccups, but that's about it. But
That's because you're white. A black person wouldn't even get that much. A black person would drink it just like water, no problem whatsoever.
oh yeah, they'd pour it in their eyeballs.
Hey man, watch this.
I'm so cool.
And shoot out their nostrils or something.
Oh,
I've
definitely.
seen people do that before. Like they'll pour something up their nostrils and like squirt it out their eyeballs or something like that. It's
Like
really
spaghetti,
weird.
I've seen that.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know what would possess them to even try to do it, but it's a thing that
How it even happened? How they discovered it?
What were they doing? Oh my god. Yeah, people are weird. There I go with shaming weirdness. I'm a weird shamer. How dare
Okay,
you.
now I can't stop hiccuping.
Can't take that as well as you thought you could, can
No,
you,
I
white
could.
boy?
My mouth is fine.
Can't take the spice, white boy.
Okay, what's the cure to hiccups again? Can you remember?
Holding your breath for like.
All right, I'm
10
gonna hold my
seconds.
breath. It's up to Dalton to speak. He's gonna talk about the
The Brexit.
England leaving the Europe.
I mean, it was voted on democratically, but did you hear about the recent spike in searches for what is the EU in England?
Really?
A lot of people apparently didn't even know what the EU was. So I've heard interviews with a lot of people that now regret their vote to leave.
Wow.
Like they didn't fully understand the consequences. They just sort of winged it.
So a bunch of uninformed voters
Yeah.
made uninformed decisions?
I mean, one of the weaknesses of democracy. I think they should hold a second vote.
Definitely.
I think they should have a petition to hold a second vote.
It's not
and then
too
do it
late.
again. Yeah. It shouldn't just be, oh, well, that's final. That's it. Like, why would they just have one vote for that? Like, why would you give people only one chance to decide on something as major as that?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't really have a strong opinion one way or the other on this. If they want to leave, they should be allowed to. But
I don't get the benefits of it.
To me, it seems like the general trend in human history is towards more unification. Like, eventually, in 1,000 years, I think we're going to have a world government. I think it's inevitable. If we want to consolidate as a species and survive and thrive and spread throughout the galaxy, we need to unite.
Yeah.
We can't just wall off our own little islands forever. I think that's a fantasy.
Why not, huh? Why can't
And
we?
plus, people in England have now lost like the right to go live and work in, I think, 27 countries in the
That
EU.
sucks ass.
They could just go live there. Now they can't. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome if we could just go live
Hell
in Canada?
yeah.
I'd do anything to be able to live in Canada.
I feel like it's if California just broke off from the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't connected that strongly,
Well,
but it's still a pretty major thing. And yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really understand the passion for it from either side. It's foreign to me, literally.
I mean, literally, like you don't live there or something. It's
Yeah.
across the ocean.
Just like people in Britain probably don't understand the fury of American politics. Like
I think
Donald
they kind of
Trump,
do. I think they
is a
follow our politics more than they do their own politics. Otherwise, they never would have let this happen.
Well, our politics is more entertaining. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Come on, just the name Trump. He's a riot.
I think a lot of people have this. I think the reason they wanted to leave it was because they got immigrants or something. Because they're part
yeah,
of it.
yeah. The EU has certain rules on the number of immigrants you have
Yeah,
to
and they
allow
just
in.
hate people who are different than them for some reason.
Okay, yeah. Like I've never gotten the whole fear of immigrants. I don't. Now I understand a lot of them are Muslim and have different values, but all you have to do is make it so that they can't break the law in service of their culture. They have to follow the law of their host country, and as long as they're following the law, who cares what they believe?
Oh, okay.
I mean, ironically, the people that don't like Muslims are mostly conservative, and the Muslims are also very conservative.
I'm
so
pretty
you think
sure-
their values would overlap significantly. You think you'd want more of them.
I'm pretty sure their way of thinking, though, is those terrorist attacks were made by Muslims.
Oh, yeah.
These people are Muslim. Fuck them. But if you were to follow that attitude, a large majority of atrocities have been committed by every race of people. So, you know, basically everyone needs to not live anywhere.
I mean, I think Islam is an ideology and a religion. It's not hard to justify violence using the Quran. I do think that's a problem with Islam, maybe more so than other religions, but I'm not going to hold individuals accountable because of their
Individuals.
fucking religion. I mean, yeah, growing up in the South, it taught me that there are many nice people, good people, who have horrible belief systems. It just happens. People are fucking complicated.
Yeah.
Nuance is not something that a lot of people are very fond of. They don't want to look at it with complexity and nuance. They're just like, oh, Muslims, they bad. Terrorist attacks, keep them out. That's literally like that is their thinking process. It ends there. That's it.
Well, maybe they don't know them. Maybe they never got to take the chance to know these people.
Yeah.
But I've literally seen examples of people who have friends that are minorities or people that are different than them, and they like that one friend.
Well, it's like I don't like him except for the one I like. He's okay.
Yeah.
So who is they? There is no they. They don't have a hive mind. You fucking idiot.
According to them, they do. Let's watch something retarded.
Oh,
You ready?
oh, this is Prague University.
All
Yeah.
countries are unique.
Well, I mean, I guess so to a certain extent.
Why did it stop playing? What happened? Hold
Oh,
on,
no.
we gotta refresh
The
this.
tragedy. We won't be able to watch this guy.
No, I need to watch this guy.
All countries are unique.
Yeah.
They are because of their ethnicity.
Okay, what's up with
Okay.
this fucking words popping up in the background? Why does he need to do that? Like, I feel like I'm being talked down to, like I'm a fucking moron.
Okay, wait. Countries are different because of ethnicity. No.
Wow,
modern
what a
countries-
revelation! What an insight! Right?
Modern countries, not as much, but yes. Okay.
Or their race, or
Race, language. Yeah.
Race? What the race? Really? Like, I mean,
What
there's
is his
plenty of
point?
countries with multiple races.
Yeah.
If
Language
race
or
even means
culture or
anything, which I don't think it
geography.
does.
Geography.
The countries have
The country
different
is different because of its geography. Da da da.
He really does think we're morons. He's gonna set us straight, though.
America is unique for a different reason.
Because of none of these? Huh?
So I think it's gonna be like, I'm not saying America's exceptional, but America's the greatest country in the world.
Because of its value system.
What value
What?
system? There are multiple value systems competing with each other. If there weren't, we wouldn't have gridlock politics like we do. We wouldn't have
You mean-
like the anger and the frustration of people who live in different fucking universes trying to coexist. We do not have the same value system. Everyone has different values.
You mean the value system that locks up non-violent offenders for life?
Yeah, that's such a great value system, right?
Yeah.
We have more prisoners per like 100,000 people than any other country on Earth, but we're the land of the free.
The value system until the 1950s that had segregated everything
Yeah,
for
and
black
women
people.
couldn't vote until the 1920s. Let's go back to the 1800s.
Yeah, the value system that during World War II rounded up every Asian person into concentration camps.
Well, I think it was just Japanese, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much if you're Asian or Japanese.
George Takei from Star Trek was put in a concentration camp when he was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Thank God the government protected us from 5-year-old George Takei, right?
Yeah. Where would we be without them? Or the value system of implementing racism or fostering individuals that turn out to be the Westboro Baptist or
Yeah. But, like, what is this one American value system he's talking about? I've never...
Apparently it applies to all of us. We all have the same value system. Every single
Thank
American.
you for telling me what my values are, good sir.
Hmm.
He argues against people whose values he disagrees with in the United States. He knows we don't have one value system.
Apparently we do.
All
If
right,
he ties religion into this,
Probably
I'm just
will.
automatically going to close it.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
All right.
Now, please understand that this in no way means or implies that Americans are necessarily better than anyone else.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what you're trying
That's
to
what
argue.
You're saying. You can't just say, I'm not saying that
We're better.
carrots are the
better.
best thing ever, but here's a video on why carrots are so great.
Yeah, come on.
You can't do that.
There are
This guy's
kind
horrible.
and good people in every nation, and there are bad people in America, as there are
Bad
in Europe.
people.
Okay,
Duh.
that's obvious. And his voice actually sounds like
Good guys and bad guys.
His voice sounds like Brett Keane, doesn't it? When you listen to it, just listen to his voice.
Most people who watch us play don't know who Brett Keane is, but that's probably for the better.
They don't need to know who Brett Keane, the manatee is, but he sounds like him.
His
Just
life
listen
is-
to his voice, Dalton. Just listen.
His life is a sad, sad story.
Yes.
But these values have molded a particularly decent and open society.
Oh, the open society that wants
Canada,
to ban gay
Canada
marriage.
doesn't have an open society.
Definitely not.
The Netherlands doesn't have an open society. Britain doesn't have an open society. Only the United States has an open society.
The open society that half the
decent.
people want to ban all Muslims.
I I mean, I think some of the American values you could say stem from the Constitution, like freedom of speech. I think that's a great value that everyone should appreciate. So I agree with them to that extent. Like the concept of rule by the people is good, but like those are really like basic starting of the race kind of like those should just be the things we have in common and everybody agrees on. After that, it's a free for all.
That has at great sacrifice promoted liberty around the world.
You mean how we went to Afghanistan?
All those
and fucked it
dictators
up?
we installed in the Cold War. Yep, we sure promoted liberty.
Hell yeah.
When we took over the Philippines after promising them the freedom after the Spanish-American War, we were really promoting liberty.
More than any other country in history.
In history.
I don't remember ever going in and strictly defending someone. I'm pretty sure France has defended more people, specifically us, than we've ever defended anyone.
We liberated Europe in World War II from Nazi tyranny. That's true.
Yeah, we helped.
Yeah, we were part of the Grand Coalition.
Helped.
Like, everybody in the fucking world was fighting the Nazis. We just joined in.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not saying the United States is better, but we fought for liberty more than any other country in history.
Yeah, I'm not saying we're better, but our values are better than any other country.
This unique value system has made the American experiment.
God, stop the fucking
free,
infographics.
Open, affluent.
I know what words mean. Stop it. God.
Free, open, affluent.
I guess we are a relatively rich country, so we're definitely affluent.
I mean, if you're rich, yeah.
He's just sucking the balls of the United States. Like, we know exactly where this is going. It's the same thing they all say. The United States is the best. It's the greatest. We're so lucky to live here. Let's just take a little bit of time to talk about how awesome we are. How about
Does
that?
it give you a freedom boner? I'm
No.
feeling it.
You know, the thing is, I feel like I'm very American. I feel like a person like me could only have been
from
molded by
America.
the United States.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like all of the criticisms I love at the United States are because I love it. I criticize it because I love it. I really do love it.
Yeah. If I didn't care, I wouldn't say anything.
I see such potential in our country. We could be truly the greatest country on earth if we actually tried to stop being retards. We're not gonna do.
Non-ethnicity-based society.
It kind of was based on race for the longest time, like 200 years. You fucking moron.
Okay, is this guy? Does this same man?
Is this
like,
real? Really?
He's more familiar with him than I am. Is this same man, or this PragerU? Are they against Muslims?
Well, I think they are.
Non-race based, non-ethnicity based. Okay.
Well, they're like against Muslim immigration or something like that. I mean, I'm not gonna put words in their mouth, so I don't know. Maybe
Non-race based, non-ethnicity based. That's.
How is it not based on race? It was literally based on race. We only gave voting rights to white men, property rights to white men. White men got all the rights. No one else got any rights. That was the original framework of the United States. So how is he going to sit here and say it's non-race based?
That's just your white privilege talking.
Greatest social
Oh,
experiment.
no, white guilt. That's my
world
white guilt. Got to keep
The
your
name I
keep
give
your
to the
slurs
American
straight.
value system is the American Trinity. Now, it's not to be confused in any way with the Christian
He's
Trinity.
making it into a fucking religion.
Hold on, he hasn't said it yet. He said he mentioned religion. He hasn't said religion.
He's setting up like a
specifically.
secular religion of worshiping the United States.
We're gonna see.
That's a theological statement of Christianity.
Oh, great.
Okay, we know what the Trinity is. Okay, let's see. See where he's going with
The
this.
American Trinity consists of the three core American values.
Only three.
Okay,
Only three core
tell
values.
me what I believe, man. Tell me what my core values are.
Not 4 values, not 2 core values, exactly 3.
Yeah, tell me what I should think, what my ideas are, please.
Now, I discovered the American Trinity looking at a coin one night as I
What the fuck am I looking at?
I discovered it looking at a coin one night. What?
Face all my life.
And I read the
Waited
prophecy.
on every American coin.
Wow, this is fucking
Yet I
trippy.
had completely missed
It's like
their significance.
smoke making his
They
picture.
are e pluribus unum,
Yeah.
God we trust.
Nope,
No.
nope, done,
Damn,
done, and
yeah.
God we
I'm
trust.
sorry, man. You went there. We hoped you wouldn't.
No.
We gave you a chance, and you fucking went there, so fuck you.
And God we do not trust because I'm a fucking atheist and I don't
Yeah.
believe in your fucking shit.
Well, you can't be a real citizen, though.
Apparently
you're lesser
I
than
don't
your
count.
own. You don't count.
No, thank you for trying to tell me what I believe in, but you're fucking wrong. And
The founding
you can
fathers
suck it.
explicitly rejected the idea of a country based on Christianity. They said the government in no sense is based on the Christian religion. It's based on like rational, pragmatic concerns.
Let's read some of these cocksuckers' comments on here.
No! It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Another great video. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving to all my American brothers and
Mindless
sisters.
sycophants.
Enjoy your families and take care of the poor too. Remember, charity begins at home. Even though every single one of you vote against anything that has to do with helping the poor.
Yeah.
All the time, constantly.
You know, the one thing the Bible is pretty consistent and clear on is that rich people are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
It has a lot of verses against the rich, how the rich are going to go to hell just because they're rich, just because they're hoarding wealth. I mean, I think the Bible's more anti-rich than I am.
Okay, let's see what this says. Maybe a little bit early into the we refuse to take in Syrian refugees
I like this
debate to be praising American values.
This guy's
Yep.
great. Nice little snark there.
America guarantees liberty if you can get in, unless you're a brown person. We believe in equal opportunity,
Look at this.
but equal outcomes. This is one of the reasons for American greatness. If you can get in.
Equal opportunity, but not... I mean, I think...
Equal if you're white.
Well, I mean, I think we should have equal opportunity, not equal outcomes to a certain extent, but, like, if your outcome is so horrible that you're, like, living in poverty on the streets, I think we should modify your outcome a little bit.
Yeah.
Not put you in a fucking luxury condo in Manhattan.
There's no
but,
reason to
like,
make
give you a place
someone...
to live and stuff to eat.
There's no reason to make someone live in suffering if you have the power to alleviate that from them.
That's not a good value.
Yeah, if you see someone suffering and you could fucking alleviate it and it won't even cause strife on your life, you're a fucking complete piece of shit if you're not helping them.
I've literally heard people on Medicaid, on government health care, these are senior citizens, say that I don't want to pay for other people's health care.
They're fucking retarded.
Like, literally within the same sentence, they mention they were Medicaid and they don't want to pay for other people's health care. I've never been so astounded in my life by just a blatant contradiction that they're totally unaware of.
Okay, what did you want to read?
Oh, this person is like the most
This one?
stereotypical here.
You wanna read
Thank
it?
you, Mr. Prager. This is what I was taught in school. As Mr. Medved states on every show, that's another right-wing radio host, the greatest nation on God's green earth. I don't know what God's in all caps. But the earth is actually mostly blue. It's like 76% water. So why do I always say green earth?
Yeah, exactly. That's where you lost me, is when you started talking about God. How we're the destination. America is the only nation that matters and God's on! If you don't agree, you're a sinner!
We're the chosen people, man. This is, I mean, how am I supposed to take this seriously? It's ridiculous. Honestly, I don't like patriotism. I don't feel loyalty towards one
I don't like a
particular
lot of
country. I
stuff.
feel loyalty to the human race.
I don't like a lot of things and people.
That's why we have a show.
Yes. Alright. Do you want to read this or you want me to? I'm good with either.
I kind of want to do the TJ feminist voice, but that'd just be blatantly copying. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read it in my own obnoxious.
Okay, let me do the title, then you could read it. This is a Tumblr blog called Carrots for Ferrets.
Oh, it's so quirky. Whenever talking about how porn is inherently problematic in their representation of women and their treatment of women, people always start talking about gay porn, as if that suddenly makes some part of porn non-problematic. Hey, guess what? Gay porn is still problematic. For women. Huh? Okay, moving on. One of the men are given the role of a woman, taking it up the ass, and generally supposed to give pleasure. Okay, is this a parody?
Stop.
Is this real? I don't feel like this is real.
I feel like this is real.
Really? It's so dumb that there's no way any actual person believes it.
See, the thing about gay sex with a man between a man is it's a man and a man.
Some gay men are not actually gay in the sense they're attracted to men. Oh, this is like anti-gay. What?
What?
They're not being a very good SJW if they're anti-gay.
Hold on, keep reading. Just read it. Read it in its
Gay
entirety.
men are not actually gay in the sense that they are attracted to men. They choose to be with men because they view men as better and women as lesser, and thus don't see women as worthy of their time.
This has to be parody.
That's so dumb that I don't want it to be true. If this is true, we're all doomed. This is the death of humanity.
Keep
right
reading.
there. They stay with other men in order to take use of the power men have in this society. Yeah, gay people have historically had a lot of power, right? They haven't been treated like shit or anything. They stay with other men in order to... Yeah. The reason they are... looked down on by homophobic men is that they are seen as greedy, as they want more power than their male person can achieve. What? So gay people are only gay because they want the power and privilege of being with a man, and the only reason they look down on it is because they're taking too much for themselves.
I don't think this is real. I want to go to the home.
What are you talking
Let's
about?
go to the home.
What?
Everyone, we're gonna click
This
on the
is
home.
insane.
I think this is a troll profile.
This person is a lunatic. She's absolutely off her rocker, and I don't believe it's real though. So that kind of alleviates it.
They don't have any other statements, just random fucking memes. Memes aren't content. Come on now. Okay.
I do see a trend sometimes where like feminists are so extreme that they come around to literally being just like conservative Christians, like having values and beliefs that are almost identical.
Okay, we think this was a troll. I thought it might be real.
This would be good for the like a troll or not a troll segment.
Yeah, true. But it's so obviously a troll.
I hope so.
But
oh god,
No, we'll wait. We're gonna go to the natural SJW.
The queen of SJWs.
Yes.
Nita Sarkeesian.
The one who made it all.
Professional victim of the internet.
Lingerie is not armored, but I actually agree with this. I actually agree with some of the statements about video game female models not having proper clothing, because like some characters
they kind of look cool. They want them to look cool.
Well, all right, a male, you'll put on a piece of armor in World of Warcraft and be like, armor, like look all scary and intimidating. Say a female will put it on, it'll look kind of like the same armor, and then like a giant chunk of cleavage is cut out to show their tits. It's like, really?
Guys want to see tits.
So
does that make us bad?
Guys aren't the only one that play video games. Duh.
I don't know.
All right, see.
My God, look at that. Good night.
Is there something, okay, like, maybe if every single female was portrayed like this, but I feel like some characters are supposed to be sexual, whether it's male or female.
Yeah.
If you go and handpick specific things and act like it's everything, then you're a piece of shit.
Like what she did with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
That's part of Bayonetta's personality. She's actually a really strong, dominant female character. I don't know why she hates her so much, just because she's sexual. God forbid a woman should be sexual.
You're not allowed to be sexual! Feminist Frequency. Tropes versus Women in Video Games, Season 2.
Such an important pressing issue right now, right?
Wait.
Women in video games. That's like the talk of the town, man. That is what is most important in America right now.
Definitely. Okay, I see some of these characters and I'm getting pissed off already because I think...
In the late 90s, developer Rare wanted to replicate the success of their landmark
Don't you dare attack Rare.
shooter GoldenEye, but didn't want to make another James Bond game.
Yeah.
Instead, they began work on a
Made Perfect Dark. You have a problem with Perfect Dark? What is wrong with Perfect Dark?
I never played Perfect Dark before, but
called
I know people like it, so...
For the game's star, they wanted to create a striking new type of
I like its name.
who wouldn't just live in James'
really
Bond's
awesome.
shadow.
Perfect Dark.
So they drew inspiration from figures ranging from Joan of Arc to the X-Files' Dana Scully. Her name was Joanna Dark.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're trying to make a strong female character, which you should approve of.
Let's see, where's her problem? She's gonna nitpick it out of here.
2 years earlier,
Oh, she was showing the trailer. I bet you that...
Well, they don't fit what she wants to in every possible way, so it's wrong.
Eidos Interactive's Lara Croft had rapidly become one of the most famous and recognizable game characters of all time.
Yeah, she has titties and she has a pronounced ass, but she's also a highly intelligent archaeologist that fucking goes around the world shooting fucking handguns and kicking ass and killing bad guys.
You know what?
I mean, she's like the ultimate warrior badass woman. What who cares if she has big breasts? What the fuck?
You know, I think she's right though. I think every male and female character should be made androgynous and as hard to distinguish from one another as possible. And they need to any sexual thing that shows their sex needs to be reduced.
Yeah, blur out the tits.
Get rid of tits, get rid of ass, get rid of waist.
Isn't this discriminatory against women with
get rid of
big
biceps?
Breasts? Like some women have big breasts.
They're not allowed to have big breasts.
If you depict that, is that wrong?
Yes.
You depict things that actually
They're not
exist
allowed.
in the real world?
It's not right.
So it was reasonable to think that an action game with a female protagonist could be a smash hit. Alas, Joanna Dark never quite reached the levels of fame occupied by Lara Croft, but Perfect Dark...
Oh, she's trying to say
she didn't?
Because Lara Croft had...
Are you kidding me?
And that's the only reason why Tomb Raider was successful is because Lara Croft had big boobs. It has nothing to do with the quality of the gameplay or anything like that.
I'm pretty sure Perfect Dark is more well known than Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even played it, and I've heard of it.
When you talk about both games and you ask anyone which one's better, they're gonna say Perfect Dark, hands down. And we were waiting for a sequel since forever, you dumb bitch.
Dark was still a big success. Let's take a look at a commercial for the game.
Welcome to 2020.
What is her point? I don't get it.
Welcome to 2023. Oh no!
Sexualized!
Ah!
It's a sexy god!
Everything's ruined now. Well, okay, did you hear that? Did you hear that voice clip?
What
it's
is
like, it's like a sexy moan. Okay, I could say that's pushing it. I kind of fucking agree with her on this one. This commercial might be a little fucking ridiculous.
This commercial from the 90s. This is ridiculous. Like there were no ridiculous commercials in the 90s.
Let's pretend like it's still this way. Let's not talk about, modern times. Let's talk about how it was.
Fought under the sea. The president is about to be cloned.
16 years ago is kind of a long time.
To try and save the world.
She put on lipstick!
Well, they're trying to show the fact that she is a woman, and you're not expecting her to be an action hero. So they're trying to put a contrast between, she's a sexy woman just doing womanly things, put on lipstick, but then she's like, oh my god, she's actually a secret badass. That's the contrast they're trying to create.
Nope, they're just trying to sell her as a sex object. How dare you say that?
No, the only interpretation possible is the one that aligns with Anita's agenda. Of course.
What are you going to wear?
What are you gonna wear? Oh, that's sexist patriarchy.
Maybe a little bit, actually.
No, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this commercial is sexist as fuck. I'm really glad it was 16 years ago.
Yeah.
To work.
So,
The team who brought you Golden N64. Meet Special Agent Joanna Dark in Perfect Dark.
See, but then she immediately transforms into a badass and it stops being sexual. So I'm really confused now.
I mean, I guess I saw a hint of sexism, but nothing horrible.
Where you'll find out that the only person man enough to handle a job like this is a woman.
They're playing up the fact that she's a woman too much. Like,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Can you imagine an ad exactly like this, only with Marcus Phoenix or Master Chief getting out of bed naked, taking a sexy slow-motion shower, putting on his sexy underwear, and the narrator saying that he has an important decision to make?
Basically,
yes, and no one would complain.
Men and women are sometimes sexualized in different ways because we have different preferences.
It's happened plenty of times before. I've seen it plenty of times before when it's specifically marketed for a woman. It has like these sexy men without
like
shirts on.
Chiseled chest.
Yeah.
Look like a Greek god.
You can't pretend like it doesn't fucking happen. And yes, I could imagine, you stupid fucking piece of shit, because it does happen, and you know it, and you're just trying to pander to people with cognitive bias, like, I'm so repressed! Ah!
I literally think she's only in it for the money. I don't think she believes any of this shit. I can't say that for certain, but I mean, she's got a lot of money in donations and not made very many videos.
2016. There's a war out there. Somewhere.
Oh my
God.
I'm not sure
You're gonna show it?
Exactly. Anyway, the important thing is you're Special Agent Jake Grimshadow.
Yeah.
It's your job to save the world. The only question is, what are you going to wear? Wait, what? What?
Okay, I admit the commercial was ridiculous, but it was also 17 years ago now, or 16 years. And, like...
Are we not
you
allowed?
can't judge the game by its commercial.
And are we not allowed to acknowledge that men and women have certain tropes that they follow? That is a common thing between them? Are we not allowed to acknowledge that?
I guess the whole point of this series is those tropes are bad, which maybe they are to a certain extent. Like, if you actually literally believe that a trope about the opposite sex is true, and therefore want to impose limitations on them, I think that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that would never happen, nor should it. But Joanna is treated differently than her male counterpart.
Why shouldn't it? What's wrong with it? Like, it's not horrible.
And as a
it's not
result,
evil.
You rarely see her in the game itself.
Hey, stop talking about this. This is next one. Oh my god. Ivy, yeah, she's a hoe.
I want to get to the part where she talks about Bayonetta. I think it's in this video.
Alright, was that Bayonetta? I saw it.
Bayonetta is an awesome game.
I think this is Bayonetta.
Yep.
Whoa! Well
And
now.
other media often work to frame this sexualization as a positive thing for women. They blur the distinction between female sexualization and
Whoa! They're supposed to frame sexiness, whatever the fuck she said,
Is it
sexuality as a negative.
Why? Why is he such a fucking prude? I don't get it.
How are they supposed to frame it? I'm sorry it doesn't fit into your agenda, that it doesn't frame it in the way that you want to, but if sexuality wants to be made in a positive framework, okay, that's fine.
Bayonetta is a fucking witch with superpowers that kicks ass and dominates all the men around her. Like, no one can stand up to her. She's just in charge. Whoever's company she's in. And that's a bad role model for girls.
I'm pretty sure if she wasn't sexualized, she was all ugly and dominated everyone, she'd be like, this game is saying that if you're ugly and homey, you know, that's the only way you can dominate all those around you.
She's cool. She's a cool character. I mean, like, I don't even think she's necessarily sexy per se. I just think she's awesome and badass and
power.
Yeah.
And as a result,
so you're an
sexualized
idiot.
female characters
Anita.
are sometimes celebrated for being perceived as owning their sexuality in a way that's empowering. But it isn't actually empowering because the sexuality these
if it empowers some people, then it is. If some people literally feel empowered by it, you can't say it's not empowering.
manufactured for and presented as existing for the presumed straight male player.
Well, most people who play video games statistically are male.
Wait, you mean some games are marketed to a specific demographic of people? Like
That statistically is the actual fucking market for these games?
You mean Barbie Pony Adventure isn't marketed towards males? No!
I feel like I should have more representation in the Barbie universe. I mean, yeah, Ken is pretty much a bland, generic every guy. He has no personality features. He just goes along with whatever Barbie says. He never asserts himself. What a horrible role model for little boys.
Bayonetta is a quintessential example of such a character. When the camera caresses her body as it does in the opening scene of Bayonetta 2,
Damn.
establishing the player's relationship with the character, she's
I know
frozen
women that
in
love
time.
this game,
The passive
so
object
her
of the
saying
male
it's sexist
gaze.
is ridiculous.
Oh, passive object of the male gaze. Okay.
That's the most retarded phrase I've
Yeah.
heard in my life.
The camera is putting her and Jean on display for the player, breaking
It's
them down
slow
into what the game is
motion.
communicating is most important about them.
She's in like in a
Their
cool
sex life
pose
first.
doing something badass.
Look at this freeze frame. Look at her stupid face.
I wish Bayonetta would just shoot her head off. Wouldn't
That'd
that be
be
awesome?
neat.
And when Bayonetta starts moving, it's the player who has the power to control her sexuality as a weapon throughout the
Okay.
So what? That's a gimmick of the game, and it works. It's a smash success.
How?
By the way, the gameplay of this game is really good. It's like almost up to God of War.
How
standards.
are you controlling her sexuality?
I guess you like during certain phases she goes in, like all her clothes are stripped off. But you don't see. It's like the Sailor Moon transition. You don't actually see it. It's like silhouetted.
And is that like according to this woman, that's never allowed in a video game?
Actually, I
like
think-
you can never fucking do that.
Why? What is her problem with sexuality? I don't get it.
game, both literally
I think she's
and
a prude.
figuratively. She has an assortment of special moves called torture attacks, which involve
Look at that.
devices meant to suggest BDSM and look like something
Really?
you might expect to see in an inspired
But some people are into that. She's like a dominatrix. That's just what she does.
You know what? I'm tired of this lady. She just basically says that if it's not allowed by her standards, then it shouldn't be there.
By her ridiculously high, nitpicky
You know what?
standards
It's-
that don't make any
Yeah,
sense.
I used to be kind of prudish and like, oh, this can't be sexual, blah, blah, whatever. But if someone chooses that they want to be sexual like that, that's their fucking thing. If media chooses that it wants to be sexual, that's their fucking thing, and you can't tell them they can't be. Well, how is it your
I don't
fucking
see
business?
why it's a bad thing, though. I mean, humans.
If you don't like it, don't play it, you piece of shit.
Human beings like sex. I'm sorry, Anita.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what to say. She's so fucking stupid. And I don't know. She's actually a pretty good manipulator because she's managed to make thousands of dollars of money.
Yeah,
with all
and she's saying-
sympathetic people on the internet like, oh no, Anita's under attack. She just wanted to have a conversation about video games, and the male misogynist of the internet just shut her down.
Well, basically, she's saying, if you see these messages or see these things, these are the messages going to your head. It's like, no, it doesn't work
I
that
never
way.
would have thought of that while playing
No.
Bayonetta. I just thought, wow, this is a fun game, and Bayonetta's an awesome character. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, fuck her. All right, what is this dumb
Do
shit?
you want to go there now or like later?
What do you mean later?
Because this is really gonna piss me off.
Okay, we can talk about this later. Let's see.
Prepare myself. What was on this page you were gonna?
We got like 11 minutes estimated time show.
Cheeto me, and I'll pay a gay guy to say "fuck you."
Okay.
It's pretty blatantly homophobic.
Yeah, it's like who cares? Like, okay, don't cheat on someone, but if your threat to me is that you're gonna say a gay guy fucked me, who gives a shit?
People might think I'm gay.
No!
I'll never be taken seriously again because a gay person obviously.
How is this gonna harm
taken
me?
Seriously, come on.
What damages is this gonna do to me? I might have some gay dudes hit on me more because I think they could get on it, but that's about it.
I think this just appeals to the demographic of casually homophobic retards.
Casually?
Yeah.
What is casually homophobic?
Like they just take it for granted. Like the way Weaver was talking to me on Weaver. I said his name. God damn it.
Beaver?
Beaver. The way Beaver was talking to me on Watch made it seem like I was just going to be in on the joke. Like, hey, this guy was gay. I mean, being gay is fucked up, right? Like, everybody's just going to agree with that. No, I think that makes you kind of fucked up. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out this dumb, stupid meme that has 5.1k likes. Somehow, cheat on me and I'll pay a gay guy to say you fucked you. Like,
and I'll
that's
say
so dumb.
that you paid him to do that. And
no, I won't even do that. I'll just say I don't care.
Like,
it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? No, one of my favorites. Okay, this is a fake 911 call. Operator. Alright, I'll be the operator, you be the woman, okay?
Okay.
911, what is your emergency?
Please, help! Some men broke into my home!
Not all men are like that. I want to do that.
So basically they're trying to use the whole not all men argument and make fun of it. Because apparently when feminists talk about things that men do that are bad, some guys will say, well, not all men do that, which is the truth.
The context is completely wrong, though. Usually when men say not all men will do that is when they'll say, like, a statement, for example, like, men are rapists.
Yeah, men
like
are
all-encompassing,
pigs.
Yeah, an all-encompassing fucking statement. This, please help me, some men broke into my home. This says some men. It literally says some men.
Some men, not
yeah,
all,
some men.
All men collectively have broken into my home.
No, if a woman called and said, "Please help," every single man is breaking into my home. Then I could see the operator saying, "Not all men break into homes." You know, like, what are you talking about?
But that's true. Are they trying to say that like all men are responsible for all men breaking into homes? Like what? I don't.
No, basically, it's taking what they like to say to when people call out other people using blanket terms.
But are they trying to say we really should collectively blame all men for what something?
Apparently, yes.
So basically, they're like the people who don't like Muslims or don't like black people or don't like white people. It's just another form of bigotry, and they're justifying it with stupid, snarky memes that don't make any sense.
Definitely.
And they call themselves liberals.
39K
They're not
likes. Liberal. 39K.
They're illiberal.
They're ill-tarded.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This looks like it's gonna be creepy as fuck.
Yeah, this is a creepy video of a man talking to the media, and he finds out that
was my neighbor.
His next door neighbor that he killed.
Find out where she.
His next door neighbor that he killed. They found the body. And
so this is basically him lying about it at the beginning.
Yeah, he killed her, and they're interviewing him, and he's pretending like he didn't do anything.
This is gonna give me chills.
No one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and
the weird white guy stereotype.
No, I think he's just a weirdo.
This is what they're picturing.
This is a neckbeard fucking killer, literally. My
yeah,
God.
I mean, you can't deny it. Therefore, I guess
it would be
ridiculous for the neckbeards to deny responsibility for this. Not all neckbeards, you say? Ha!
Did you see her hang out with anyone at the time, anything like that?
I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I mean, you always hear noise outside, but it's just people walking by.
Does it seem to you like he's being dishonest? Can you detect a hint of that?
Yeah, he kind of he's overemphasizing his fucking.
He seems like he's putting on a play or something.
Yeah, exactly, and he's not breaking eye contact ever. He's staring so intensely.
Like, be normal. Be normal.
Yeah.
Be normal.
She just recently graduated from Mercer.
Yeah, she and I.
Like he's thinking about all of his actions before he does it instead of just doing it.
Seems really nervous.
Yep.
We were both JD students. We graduated back in May.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can
God.
be. I mean, very
Nice as
first-
can be, and I killed her.
You fucking killed her, you
Do you
fucking
know
piece of
anybody
shit.
any enemies she might have had? Somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, I mean,
Except for me.
Oh my
we
god!
don't
So
know where
bad!
she is. I mean, the only
don't know
thing we
where
can
she
think
is.
is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her.
What the fuck?
What
Like,
kind
why
of
would you even
asshole
think
would do
that?
something like that, right? What
Yeah.
monster?
Who would do that?
Because I mean, we went over. One of our friends had a key. We went inside and tried to see if there was anything amiss. But I mean, she had a door jamb that was sitting right by it.
Okay, I really wanted to get to the part.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to listen to this.
but
guy
I also
describe
think he shouldn't be doing, and no one should be doing fucking police work for them. I'm sorry. Like,
Well, I mean, if you can solve a case, like, you should strongly hint to the police, like, hey, here's some evidence, or here's my theory. Don't you think? I mean, the important thing is that the case gets solved, right?
true.
There was no sign that anyone broke
Now, you shouldn't
in.
go out and arrest somebody, like citizens arrest, but you should definitely direct the police in the right direction.
I mean, the door was locked when everyone got here. I mean, we just don't know where she is. And
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they have recovered.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! He's freezing up now. I mentioned the parking lot area because apparently that's where he dumped it. He's just like his body language completely changes here.
Does he break down on air?
Body or whatever
So
they
see.
recovered from there.
body.
Body.
Oh my god, it's so obvious.
Had you seen anything there?
He's left speechless. He doesn't even know what to say. He's just completely still, like freaking out 100%.
I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
He looks like he's hyperventilating.
Oh my god.
Like he's about to pass out. Holy shit.
This is so disturbing.
Yes.
Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Wow, there's like no denying it.
Why did he even do the interview?
Holy
Why would
shit.
you even do that? If
Yeah.
You need to get out of town, man.
Yeah,
like this
that's
guy
number
said.
one comment. Why the fuck did he do this interview? What a fucking idiot. Yep. Not to try to help future serial killers.
Yeah,
Please
don't-
do interview.
Don't kill your
Turn
neighbors.
yourself in. If you ever do anything wrong, turn yourself in.
What? Yeah, completely. If you break any law ever, you should definitely alert the authorities.
I said wrong, not law. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is a difference.
If you hurt or murder
Actually,
someone, turn yourself
I
in.
agree with that statement.
What?
If you do anything wrong, please turn yourself in.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Not illegal. Alright. Oh, what's the next one?
9 people you should Oh, this is a BuzzFeed video.
Yeah,
BuzzFeed is known
BuzzFeed.
for its intelligence
Trying to
and
tell us what to do.
propagation of intellectual curiosity. So
Yeah.
let's go. Oh, by the way, I just want to point out how fucked up it is that these people are telling us who we should and shouldn't follow on our own Twitter feeds.
But BuzzFeed,
That's rich.
they control
Thank
my
you,
life.
BuzzFeed. Thank you for knowing what I should do better than I do. So.
The subtweeter.
I can't believe you did that. If you can't be my friend, then don't be my friend. You know I'm talking to you.
What? I don't...
What? I literally don't understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even have a Twitter account, so I don't relate to this at all.
Maybe he was replying to someone or something?
He's like harassing them because they didn't respond to them.
I don't know,
To
dude.
him.
Does hashtag anyone have any hashtag cool plans for hashtag Friday night? Having hashtag fun, hashtag today.
Okay, so you're not allowed to use hashtags?
I guess he's using it too much, according to some
Who
arbitrary
cares?
standard.
Well, how does this affect
you're
you?
not forced to read people's tweets, you know, you can just skip it.
Yeah.
Hashtag I, hashtag love, hashtag hashtags.
Who cares? Who cares?
Can you give this video a dislike? Are you logged into YouTube?
I hope so. Dislike. Ah, that makes me feel better.
This is crazy. She can't do that. Not again.
Huh?
That's so vague. Yeah, but
Hold on. I think it's supposed to be. There's some context.
But there's not.
The live tweeter. Oh, it's like someone commenting on like Game of Thrones or something while it's going on.
But usually you'll know what they're talking about because of the show.
Yeah, that's not that bad. What the hell are you talking about?
Delete her for
the
that.
spoiler.
The good guys win in the end.
Oh, okay. Like the spoiler. I think that's a general rule of the internet, not just Twitter. You just don't fucking spoil shit.
I mean, honestly, I don't mind spoilers. Like, just because I
There's
know
a
what's going to
warning.
happen, I still want to see how it happens. That's more interesting to me than exactly what happens. So, I mean, you can spoil things from you if you want. I don't care, but
the main character
shouldn't do it out of politeness to
was
other
his
people.
father the whole time.
The sports guy.
Wait! I think he's.
Whoa.
Is he talking about Star Wars? Is he trying to say that Darth Vader is Luke's father?
What? Spoiler alert, Dalton.
Oh my God! What? No, I didn't know that. What?
Okay, so apparently you're not allowed to like sports if you're on Twitter.
I don't understand sports babble anyway. I don't know who LeBron is.
Is this a teenage girl? Did a teenage female? Or actually, no, just a teenager in general. They're both genders are stupid. Did a teenager fucking make this?
Probably.
Now past MJ.
You're not allowed to post about sports.
Steph's shoes are.
Free Smith. Just saying.
Hashtag Free Smith.
Yeah, he's been trapped in the Navy and he's be let go.
Trying to get all my paperwork through, and bureaucratic red tape has been holding me up. And god damn it, do I want to go home?
Anyway, I don't care if you want to post about sports. Fucking do it. It's your life.
They're not bad. I thought they were gonna be like. Oh, never mind. Just we'll make it
the funny brand.
Oh man, our summertime special is
like maybe if someone's
now.
like, I hate the Jews. They're disgusting.
Oh shit, that's the 2-hour mark. Oh, I guess we've been going on for 2 hours. I want to kind of.
Okay, I want to get to that guy though.
Which guy?
The guy I got pissed off at on Facebook.
Oh, is it still there? Yeah. Okay.
BuzzFeed sucks. Bottom line.
Fuck BuzzFeed. All right, go on, Dalton. Tell me what pisses you off about this guy.
Okay. The case is, I was a young Grateful Dead fan who mailed LSD to a friend who had become a police informant. So he was betrayed by his own friend. In July, I will have spent more than half my life behind bars, and without clemency from President Obama, I will die here. How? Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go on. I was 23 years old when I was arrested. My public defender never explained to me federal mandatory minimum, so I pled guilty. I wanted to take responsibility. I had no idea that I'd receive double life sentences without the possibility of
for
parole.
drugs.
My dad was sentenced with me because of the envelopes I mailed went to his house. He got 10 years but died in prison after 8. It was 20 years before I was even given a way to listen to music in prison. Just a few years ago, I got a chance to buy MP3s and listen to the Grateful Dead again. I am still at times really not believing that we can listen to the music we want to. The people coming into prison now have no idea what some of us endured with no music all these years. Oh my god.
Wow.
I understand that I broke the law, but I don't think I've done more wrong to society than has been done to me. My dad died in prison. How much blood do they feel they need? Okay, I think this guy should not only be freed, he should be given a mansion to live in.
Yeah.
Like, millions and millions
This guy
of dollars.
needs a free ride.
He needs to be taken care of for the rest of his life.
I can't believe this.
We as a society have let this man down. We have fucked him over for no goddamn reason. And if you think he deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison for mailing drugs, you're a fucking piece of shit. I hate your guts. Fuck you. Your opinion is not valid.
What is he gonna...
I don't respect you. And if you died, I probably wouldn't care.
What's the worst case scenario if he mailed this LSD to some people?
He's just a hippie. He's like a hippie who likes to trip on LSD and
a group of people get high. A group of people get high for maybe a weekend, like a weekend's worth of time. That's the repercussion of this, and so he needs to spend life in fucking prison.
What kind of human being is not outraged by this? How could you not have empathy for this man? What the fuck is wrong with you? Now we're gonna get to some people who do not have empathy.
Is it this one? I think, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
this one.
hold on.
Here's the parent comment.
Here's
All
the
right.
problem.
Which one do you want me to read?
The top one first.
All right.
Read it like a
Here's the problem. The American society. No one takes the time to look up his 2 prior drug offenses. No one takes time to actually do anything if they feel so boldly to help this person out. The problem is flash judgment based on one piece of evidence, in quotes, for a non-violent criminal. This was his 3rd conviction.
Who gives a fuck?
If you look past that and still want him freed, do something, anything. Mindless posting on Facebook achieves nothing besides placating yourself into thinking you're a good human being for the opinions you share.
Okay, listen to me, you fucking retard. Sharing it on the internet brings it to the attention of more people, so it's more widely known, which makes it more likely that there'll be some sort of petition to President Obama, hey, free this poor guy, which makes it more likely that he actually will get freed, you fucking idiot. If you could actually use your brain to think instead of just being smug and condescending to people. You might come up with good ideas like that, you fucking moronic piece of goddamn stinking elephant shit.
Okay, let's go look at the thing that you replied to.
As much as I hate this guy, I hate this guy even more.
This guy?
I'm with you on this one. Yes, it's a harsh sentence, but he had got convicted twice for this, for the same thing, and then mailed another 13,000 hits. You have to use your brain and stop selling drugs at some point, especially after 2 previous convictions. Playing the victim card doesn't work if you did it to yourself. Okay, I don't fucking care if he sent it in the mail beforehand. Maybe he should get some sort of fine or something. But he shouldn't be... If you think that a human being should be locked up for decades of their life, like literally losing the majority of their life because they mailed a substance, you... I can't even insult you enough. I want to fucking knock this guy's teeth out. I hate his guts so much. There's nothing uglier than a human being without empathy, which I said in this comment right here. Like, I can't even rationally talk to this guy. I hate him so much, just immediately, just pure rage and fury.
Sounds like you're a little too emotional on this one. I'm glad you can be mature and civil and have a debate on the internet.
When you're just a complete fucking asshole.
I didn't say it was right for putting someone in jail for that long.
Yeah, you did.
That's the whole argument! That's the whole thing!
Who cares?
That's what everyone's arguing!
Who cares if he was stupid?
I said he was stupid for not stopping about being told twice, but I'm glad you made yourself look like an idiot.
You know, maybe most people in jail are stupid, but just because you're stupid doesn't mean you deserve to have your fucking life taken away from you. I'm sure you've done stupid things in your life, too. As someone who takes that guy who got PTSD from shooting a gun seriously.
LOL, as someone who takes the guy who got PTSD for shooting a gun seriously, it's no wonder you act the way you do. Go back to Tumblr and your SJW friends before you get triggered.
We have been making fun of SJWs this
We fucking hate
podcast,
SJWs.
And now I'm being called one. This is the internet, people. This is the internet. Yeah, that guy was being unfairly maligned because he used PTSD as a form of descriptive language, as a metaphor to describe his experience when he fired the gun. He didn't say he literally got PTSD. I was saying people are fucking illiterate morons for not seeing that and taking it 100% literally. It's stupid. And what does that even have to do with the argument at hand? Nothing.
Well, fuck
he just
that
fucking
guy.
dug through my profile for something to make fun of.
That's... If you had to delve through someone's profile to try to do an argument, then you don't really have an argument. We're going to end this, and we're going to end it with this creepy-ass emergency alert system nuclear bomb attack.
Or nuclear, as George Bush would say. Nuclear. Oh, God.
If you hear this, you're fucked.
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
Why have to make it sound so disturbing?
So you'll wake up, I guess.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. A nuclear attack was commenced against the United States. 15 nuclear bombs have detonated in several areas across the country. They include Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, New York, Pennsylvania, Portland, Maine.
If you hear this,
Portland,
you're fucked.
Oregon,
All those people.
San Francisco, San Diego.
Okay, basically, that is disturbing. If you hear that, you're fucked.
This isn't the original one I heard. The scarier one that I heard was, like, missiles have been fired against the United States, and they're headed towards us. We don't know where they're going yet. That was creepier.
Well, say goodbye,
Still
Dalton.
disturbing. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.